Horizon Hot Wheels. Our team's been busy building the largest, fastest, and most extreme island the world has ever seen. Pinch yourself, boss. It's real.
And here we go.
No better car to start with than the Bone Shaker.
A little sweep around
Bone
view.
Shaker, designed by Larry Wood. Beautiful. I love what you guys did with the boosters. Looks like a
I'm already
carpet
getting the wall.
booster instead of a side-by-side booster. Really amazing interpretation of kind of the Hot Wheels world.
Speed boost here.
to
We
Horizon.
might have to turn off messages. We're getting tons.
Oh.
Yeah, why don't we pause and turn off messages real quick?
Oh, I can't pause. I'm about to go through a loop.
oh,
All right,
oh, here
no
we go.
pausing. Stop sending me messages.
Hold on to your lunch.
There's the Mustang and the twin mill out there in front of us. And you can see the track's still under construction.
Twin mill just did a wheelie. Now it is amazing seeing the twin mill on track because this is the first time. In the previous pack, we had the Bone Shaker and the 2005 Mustang.
All right.
So seeing that twin mill out there is a treat.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I remember that car when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're talking 1970s or when I was a kid. But the twin mill was one of the first Hot Wheels I received from a neighbor who'd, you know, grown up and moved on. And I inherited his Hot Wheel sets. And I could always look forward to Hot Wheels every holiday, every birthday. Every time I mowed the lawn, that a lot of that money went to riding down to the local supermarket and buying
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. All right, here we go.
Thank you very much for that.
And this is coming up as another.
Oh, jeez.
So Hot Wheels.
Good grief.
Exactly. We spared no expense.
That's right.
So was it Raptor Rampage? That was a kit that came out in the 80s, I think, that had a giant T-Rex. So that inspired that.
Yeah,
that
there was
bit of
T-Rex
craziness.
Rampage, there's Raptor Rampage, there's dinosaurs have been part of the Hot Wheels family for almost as long as the twin mill has. I mean, the twin mill that you got from your neighbor came out in 1969.
The year I was born, by the way.
Is that right? That was a good year.
That's a great year.
I mean, it was a long time ago, but that was a good year.
Oh, man.
Hence the gamer tag junk 1969.
There you go.
There
But,
you go.
you know, we were talking about it before the show began. These are orange tracks. These are iconic. They have the little touches that I think any Hot Wheels fan is going to really appreciate, like the connectors, like the sidewalls, the kind of things we all played with when we were kids, right?
Yep.
Right, Chris?
Yeah, the blue connectors, I love that touch.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing, and I don't know if people are going to notice this, but you know, as a former industrial designer, oh, look at that jump! First of all,
Ring
through
of
a
fire.
hoop of fire.
Come on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
There you
There
go.
you go, baby.
That's your
Well
that's your
done.
first intro into the Hot Wheels
Well
expansion for Forza
done.
Horizon 3.
So, sorry, you were saying
But the
about
tracks,
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell they are extruded orange plastic tracks, which is, I mean, talk about like suffering over every detail.
Yeah.
Like it is unbelievable the level of detail that's in this. Both
And
of
that
the
same
cars and
detail
the
goes
trucks.
into the cars. Yeah,
Oh,
so the
man.
Bone Shaker, the car right behind us, there it is. It's got the red stripe on the tires, which incidentally is an upgrade you can apply to any car in the game, not just the Hot Wheels cars with this expansion. So the way this expansion works, we're going to start out with, you know, Hot Wheels version of slow, I guess, which is the Rip Rod. It's still really quick.
Slow in air quotes.
Yeah, seriously. It's a really quick car. It's kind of an off-road buggy, but at the same time, it's nice and zippy and it's quick. And it doesn't really have a huge high top speed. And it's kind of, you know, we felt it was important to like ease players into this crazy fast sweeping tracks that are in this game by getting them in cars that maybe aren't immediately 250 mile an hour plus cars. And the way the campaign will work is you'll start in B class, which our classes start at D, then they go up to C, then B, then A, then S1 and S2, and the faster and faster you go. We'll start out in B class, and we'll do a couple events, and you'll see how this works. It's similar to the Blizzard Mountain expansion. You're earning medals like you did in Blizzard Mountain. You earned stars, I think.
Yep. We'll show that off as we get to events.
There we go. Kira will explain it to us.
Crazier setups. So I'll hook you up with faster and faster cars. We'll give out medals as qualifiers. Any questions? No? Then
No.
get out there.
I got it, Kira.
Let's do it, Kira.
So big map, as you can see, really huge. I believe we have something in the neighborhood of over 110 kilometers of new roads. To be precise,
Yeah.
orange plastic tracks
plastic
in the
tracks,
sky.
that's right.
So let's go ahead and pick our first event. We'll do
You got
one
one?
real close by here.
Close by, yeah.
Yep.
Cla-
Epic stunt
Stunts.
race.
All right.
Sign me up. I'm good to go.
Let's do it. So, you know, I think it's important to probably start in a slightly more modest car because you're driving in such a way that you've never driven in any Forza game before.
Yes.
Extreme elevation changes, loops, you know, curves that are hundreds of feet in the air. It's good to start you off in something that's very manageable, a car that you can handle.
Give you time to adjust to the conditions. Don't worry. Once you see Hot Wheels' idea of slow, you'll understand why we have to build up to fast.
There you go. Sakura just explaining to us that, and again, like Blizzard Mountain, it's not just winning the race or completing the race. You'll get 1 medal for just finishing the race. You'll get 2 medals if you finish and win the race. And if you want 3 medals, you got to finish the race, win it, and pull off whatever skill target. And skill targets were introduced in Blizzard Mountain. A lot of people liked them. Some of them were a bit really difficult, so we took another look at that. We made sure we balanced it right.
Let's save stunt swaps for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Let's just do
and
our
let's just
event.
go right
Yeah,
on. All right,
let's do
I'll do the one that Horizon presents, and we'll go in the Rip Rod. And any car that you have that isn't currently in your B-class garage, you can take to this. But yeah, I'd suggest giving the Hot Wheels cars this.
Yeah, why not? You know, like you said, you can bring in any car. In fact, we'll have a poll a little bit later on Beam where we'll let you vote on what car you want to bring into this world and see how these cars do on the loops. But yes, all these Hot Wheels cars are available to you right away as soon as you have the expansion.
All right. Your wheels won't actually catch on fire. She was just being
Kira being Kira.
Yes, yes. All right. And if you noticed on the outside of the car, the glass is tinted red, and one of the drivers who drove this in real life actually told us that was really hard to see. So we went ahead and fixed that for you and just made it clear.
Thank you for making Hot Wheels even better.
Well, you know, there's some things when you're designing cars, I guess, the Hot Wheels guys are designing them, they're not really thinking about, will this be a problem in real life? Like the position of the twin wheels engines, which we'll get to later.
Oh,
So here we go. Here's a loop.
Here we go.
Oh, now
You can hear that
little dip in speed
yeah,
there.
Dip in the revs there.
You do need to be going somewhere in the neighborhood of 45, 50 miles an hour to successfully navigate the loop.
Okay.
As in real life, this track is still ruled by the laws of physics and gravity. So if you're not going fast enough, you're not going to make it around the loop.
We'll
Or
probably
worse.
show that off later.
Yeah, I'll show you what happens if some of you are curious, like what happens if you stop at the top of a loop. I'm sure we can show you what happens in that case.
And we've seen what happens in real life.
Of course.
If you don't have enough speed around the top of the loop as well.
Yeah, one of the first things we did on the tour was do the big 2-story loop that you have in the front lobby.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got to have some speed there or the car's not going to make it.
Yes,
So,
you do.
Chris, from your point of view, what's it like to see Hot Wheels sort of come to life in Forza?
This is, I mean,
Oh.
it is just remarkable.
Oh.
And there you
That
go.
wasn't my
And that
fault.
was the
I'm gonna-
tension moment.
I'm going
of course.
to
of
press
course.
rewind.
Yeah, rewind, engage, no
So
problem.
clearly that Drivatar had found the edge of the track, and that is an open edge.
I mean, look
Yeah.
at those boosters.
Yeah.
My goodness. But, you know, I think that one of the...
There,
I
that was
think,
skillful.
Are you going to hold on? You
That's
are.
good, that's
Wow,
good.
well done. You know, I think that every
Not
kid
gonna
that has
win.
played with Hot Wheels has in his head imagined this, and I mean just that kind of pit of your stomach feeling when you enter into that first big loop, life size. You really feel it here. Obviously, most kids don't even have kind of in their imagination that they're going to be, you know, off the coast of Australia playing in an environment like this. So to me, it is absolutely just remarkable, and it wouldn't be as amazing to me as a Hot Wheels person as it is if there wasn't the level of detail that you guys captured. I mean, it is completely remarkable.
Now, what's cool is if you've been following the Forza franchise for a while, or if you've been following Hot Wheels for a while, you know that we've worked together in the past. This is sort of the latest culmination of that, but we've worked together as two sort of creative entities all the way back to Forza Motorsport 5.
Yep, that's right. That's right. And totally cool thing. I mean, I think at that time we were both trying to figure out, is there, like, what does Hot Wheels even feel like in this world?
Right.
So just having a pack where, you know, I mean, Hot Wheels makes all makes and models of cars, and some of those makes and models were in that first pack. The latest pack, where we actually brought the Rip Rod in, as well as the Bone Shaker,
yep.
the Bone Shaker and the 2005 Mustang.
Yeah.
You know, those are Hot Wheels original variants, and I think it kind of upped the ante to even feel more like you're driving a real Hot Wheels. To me, this brings it home, and I think, you know, we talked now years ago about the notion behind Hot Wheels around experimentation and competition and just the kind of creativity of track in this kind of environment. And where else are you going to see a huge T-Rex? Thank you, on cue.
Perfect timing.
It like
I didn't
bringing
do
it
so
to
well
life.
that time.
Bringing it to life
Yeah.
is magic.
Well, 5th place for John.
Yeah.
But we're
That's
just getting warmed
unfortunate.
up.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
getting warmed
look at
up.
that.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
so giant mechanical dinosaurs set up. There's a few of them. They don't have names, so
You can name them.
yeah, you guys.
It's up to you.
We'll call that one Fred.
Yeah.
So I got 1 star for finishing the race. It's kind of hard to talk and drive at the
Tell
same
me
time.
about it. That's why you're driving.
Don't make fun of me. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, so we just finished the first event. Got 1 medal, and then you can get other medals by continuing to do more events or blasting through speed cameras, doing bucket list challenges. So I think we'll do one of each of those on our way to this next event.
Okay, let's do it.
All
You've
right.
always got options, and as you play through it, you'll have more powerful
Things
you'll unlock
unlock,
classes.
yeah,
you'll
things
unlock
unlock
new
pretty
cars.
quickly. It'll
Yeah.
only take you a couple events to unlock the A class, where you can race the Bone Shaker or any other A class car in your garage.
Now, is the twin mill in the A class?
No,
Twin Mill's in S1 class, I
S1.
believe.
Yeah,
So-
Twin Mill has 1,400 horsepower.
40, and it's got twin 502s.
Yes.
Coming out of the hood, and you mentioned the visibility issue.
Yes,
So
yeah.
We got to show that off. We will
Yeah,
definitely
what
show
it
that
lacks in visibility, it more than makes up for in raw horsepower. And it's actually really fun to drive. It's been tuned really well. All right, so we're going to blast through speed camera as fast as we can get this little guy to go. That should give me a couple medals there.
squirrely, a little squirrely. I don't know about you guys, but I always get a little tense when you're going through a 4-way intersection as well. Like, really, what's going to happen? You
Yeah,
just never
and
know.
just like the crisscross crash.
Yep.
Hey, I said it.
Nice.
Sometimes that's kind of a tongue
It's a tongue
twister.
twister.
Here we're going to do a bucket list in the Mustang.
Oh,
while we're
okay.
here, all right? So
The Hot Wheels Mustang.
the Hot Wheels bucket list. So again,
we
these
go.
are the bucket list, as you know, in Horizon, are the things you absolutely have to do at the Horizon Festival before you leave.
Okay.
We have a part of the track called the Cobra Coil. Hot Wheels has all
Love
these
it.
cool names for stuff. Playground took the same creativity when they were coming up with the names for these events and things.
If you can alliterate, you can use it
Yes.
here as a title. It's
All right.
amazing.
Don't give away all our secrets
sorry,
in
special sauce.
product naming.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. This
yeah.
car's pretty
Oh.
drifty, so I got to.
Yep.
The goal of this one's going to be a speed target through the Cobra Coil. So this
Okay.
is an average speed zone, I believe, and you're going to want to maintain your speed pretty well while keeping this drifty car under control.
So the difference between something like this and a typical bucket list is often in a bucket list in the world of Forza Horizon 3, you choose your path. Here, you're following the orange track and trying to maintain your speed as much as possible.
Yeah, some bucket lists in the main game did actually make you on a path. This one, yeah, this is so we're in the Cobra Coil now, and you can see it just keeps going around
Double
and
decker
around
there.
and around and around and around. And I can't wait to see what our drifters managed to pull off. This is
Oh,
the most
yes.
epic driftable section of track I think you've ever seen in a Forza game. I know some of you guys are like, wait, Fujimi Kaido, that was the best. No, if you really want to drift through here at top speed, you'll have. Did I make it? Yes.
Yeah, that was easy.
Wow.
130 miles an hour
First.
while
Yeah.
talking.
Made it
Yeah,
look easy.
that's no problem when you're a pro.
All right.
Okay, so we've been through the bucket list. We've got a lot more gameplay to show off. Chris, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciated your presence, and look forward to the rest of the day. I know you're a busy guy.
Look, my pleasure, and and I think it goes without saying. I mean, the entire Hot Wheels crew, the entire Hot Wheels team is thrilled in terms of how we've worked together in the partnership, and this game is unbelievable. I mean, it really is just absolutely gorgeous, and clearly you've captured the imagination of people playing it in the same way that our toys capture the imagination of kids around the world. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we're going to send it over to Kate Yeager, who is exploring Hot Wheels HQ right now.
It's true, you guys, and I'm back here with June. And June, we are in the Diecast design area, and I want to know first off, though, as they were mentioning in the live stream over there, everybody has a story. Everybody knows Hot Wheels. Everybody has had their Hot Wheels as a kid. Are you a fan from way back?
Absolutely. I still remember the first Hot Wheels that I got. I think I was in kindergarten or so, in the store with my mom, picked it up. Fan since then, obviously. You know, especially as a kid, I drew cars nonstop. When I was supposed to be studying, I was drawing cars. That continued all the way up into, high school. and which led me to college. So that's where I actually went to go study automotive design. And my love for toys and my love for cars brought me here. What a perfect place to be.
Speaking of the perfect place to be, you're about to actually show us a walkthrough of this incredible toy store for so many people. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like to work here on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's it's not like work. I mean, to be honest, we get we get to play here. It's a big part of our day. But for all the designers that are in the vehicle design team, cars, toys, and design are our passion. So it's really just coming here and having fun and doing what we love to do.
Well, let's take a look at your passion now, the walkthrough of this fabulous epicenter of creativity.
Hey Forza fans, we're here to celebrate the release of the Hot Wheels expansion pack. I'm June Mai, Senior Manager of the Hot Wheels Diecast design team, and we're going to go inside and see how Hot Wheels are designed. So right when you walk in, you're already greeted by Hot Wheels. Now Forza fans should recognize these cars you're about to see. The first one is the Bone Shaker. It's one of our most iconic Hot Wheels ever, characterized by the skull right in front of the car. This car is Rip Rod. Now Rip Rod has the distinct honor of actually doing a backflip on one of our tracks. One of the most iconic elements of Hot Wheels design is the orange track. It appears in Forza, it appears in tracks all over the world. Now this is something that we play with every day. We get the designers out here, we're testing out our new designs, our new models. We'll have competitions out here. If you look at the end, there's a little target. We'll see if we can hit the target. We play with this thing all day long. So if we could boil down the role of a Hot Wheels designer in one word, it's right here. All the Hot Wheels cars we do start with a sketch. Once we get through the design stage, we actually jump into 3D sculpting, and we'll get that into a 3D model. We'll turn it over to our partners in Asia. They'll take the file, they'll dissect it, part it out. From then on, we'll go into an engineering prototype. At this stage, it is the correct material, just doesn't have any decorations on it. And then we'll go into what we call a final engineering pilot. This is starting to get closer. You're starting to get some paints, some finishes. We're gonna test them out on the track, make sure they work okay. And that leads into our final product, which will have the fit and finish and the performance. It's all up to our standards. So on the way to the Hot Wheels Diecast design area, you're gonna see this, the Hot Wheels Beach Bomb. Now we've actually taken this and brought it back inside, and we actually turned it into a gaming station because here at Hot Wheels, play is part of our day. Now if you look inside, we'll have one of our designers. He's playing Forza, having a good time, getting some work done. Welcome to the Diecast design area. This is where all the design happens for our diecast and graphics on our Hot Wheels cars. Say hi to the camera, guys.
Hey guys. Yeah.
So this is a typical design process for review. We're right now reviewing the product and the graphics. We're gonna go check out the next stage. So what we do there is we go from design, from the sketch, into 3D. We're outside here at the bunker. This is where the sculpting team works and plays. I want to introduce you to Manson. He's one of the lead sculptors for all of Hot Wheels Diecast products.
So what happens when you guys give me your drawings, I'll take those 2D drawings and I'll turn them into 3D. The process takes about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll go to the 3D printer and we'll check to see the size and see everything works. Sometimes there's changes, sometimes there's not. Hopefully there's not too many this time.
Some top secret stuff going on in here. Now this is the entry to the 3D Rapid Prototyping Lab, and we do a lot of tours here, and we usually don't let them in here, but today we're gonna go and check out what they're doing. We have our master model maker, Bobby. We'll leave it up to you to show them what we do.
Here's our multi-material 3D printer. You can see here we have the body, the interior, the window, the chassis. You can kind of see the colors that they're building in. The tray here is lowering down with every time this print head moves back and forth. Depositing the resin and being turned from a liquid to a solid using the ultraviolet light. Once the build is done, the tray lifts up. Just rinse them off with some tap water, and you have your finished 3D printed part.
So this is an exciting moment for us. It's kind of like the trophy after all the hard work that we've put into the design process. Now that we have our 3D printed model, we'll send this out, and it'll go through development and manufacturing, and a few months later, we've got our final product. Now, who would have known that so much work goes into a little Hot Wheels car?
Well, there you go. That is
That's
what I
cool.
used to do when I was a little kid. I
Yeah.
would draw the card. Imagine what it would look like, as it came out of the factory in my own little diecast. That's the process.
And
right
now they
there.
have like 3D printing down the hall. I mean,
Yeah.
well, you could take the tour of this place and you see them make the magic. You see all the artists sketching on tables, and you see the track designers playing with the cars on the tracks. It's pretty inspiring. I thought my job was fun.
Yeah, we have a great job. They have an amazing job. Joe Ferentz, welcome.
Thanks for
Joe.
having me.
Joe
Yeah.
Ferentz with Hot Wheels Gaming. It's great to have you here. You're going to spend the next segment with us as we play some more of the Hot Wheels expansion. But first, I mentioned at the top of the show that we've got a very special giveaway that you guys don't want to miss out on. If you're on beam.pro/Forza Motorsport, you can have a chance at winning this amazing grand prize. And Joe is here to show it off. Joe, what do we have?
Yeah, we've got some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Someone is going to get a lot of very cool Hot Wheels cars today that span the range of our product line. So right here, we've got a Basics Master Set. So this is a very special collection of cars. There's about 400 cars in here, an entire year's worth of our retail product. So we run a few hundred of these packs a year, especially for Hot Wheels completionist collectors, the most hardcore, passionate collectors, guys who even sometimes have their own warehouses to keep their Hot Wheels collections in. So this is one of the things that today's winner is going to get. And as I said, about 400 cars. It weighs more than most people can carry.
That's right.
It's heavy. Brian and I can attest to how
That's
heavy
right.
it is.
And we were saying you probably need to take some time off of work just to go through each of the cars, look at it, think about how you might want to play with each of those or how you might want to display them. It's a lot.
And all of those cars were from 2015, right?
Yeah, that is 2015's set of retail
The
Basics
entire
cars.
run.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
a lot
cool.
of cars.
Yeah.
Very few people have that level of depth to their collection,
That's
so
right.
somebody is about to accelerate very quickly into the ranks of Hot Wheels collectors.
And some are licensed cars, and some are the crazy original
That's
cool
right.
Hot Wheels cars. It's got pretty much everything in it.
That's right. You get an amazing assortment of cars in
awesome.
here, include everything from your Camaros and your hot rods to cars that look like sharks.
Yeah, and I
or-
see the familiar van that I used to have from the '77 collection. So that's going back a ways. but
Nice.
John is our resident Hot Wheel, and we actually call John sometimes when we don't know the
Right,
answer to
exactly.
questions in house.
Yeah.
And then there's still more though that we're going to give away because our line comprises Basics, which are sold at retail, but then we also have our special collector line, the Hot Wheels Red Line Club, and we have a very special addition to the prize here.
Someone's going to win this.
This is a
Both.
vintage
That's right.
Red Line Collector Club Master Set from 2007 here. And so what's so cool about this, first of all, it comes in amazing packaging. It's a vintage kind of lunchbox feel to really get that nostalgia with some amazing Hot Wheels art and painting on the outside of it. And then when you open it up, it gets even better. The first thing you'll see when you open this up is a decal here, a seal, certificate of authenticity. And it's numbered here, and what you're going to see is that same number shows up on each of the cars inside here. So it's very cool. So the Red Line Club cars are super special. Here we have a beach bomb, similar to the beach bomb that the guys are playing Forza in back in the office right now. And what you can see here, some of the things that make this special, of course, it comes in this clamshell packaging to keep the actual blister pack in pristine mint condition. And then the cars themselves are super cool. They all have the Spectra Flame paint and additional special detailing on the body. They have special interior detail and the Real Rider rubber tires that
awesome.
run so smoothly. If you do decide to take this out and play with it, which not many collectors do, but some collectors do like to take
And
it
the
out.
red
you will
line.
find-
They got the red
Yeah.
line.
Oh,
on
and they've
the
got the
tire,
red
yeah.
line on the
Yeah.
tire. Yep,
Yep.
just like our cars in the game.
And
do here.
they're heavier than a typical Hot
That's
Wheel,
right. That's
Yeah.
right. They're metal. So metal body and metal chassis. They're metal throughout, and they've got a real nice heft to them. They feel like something very valuable and special. So there's about 25 of those in here. It's 2007's entire Red Line Club collection.
Do we have to give this away?
I don't know. Yeah,
mean-
we already said we would. so
This
we're
was
so
not
legit.
easy to get. We have
Yeah.
very few of these left in our archive, actually. We had to get very special permission. You guys said, what can we do for our Forza fans that's really special? And we said, this is what we can do. And we had to go through quite a few hoops, but we secured a few of these for you guys.
Thank you so much. And as you
Definitely.
mentioned, that's 10 years old, so a true collector's item, but it looks in pristine condition.
Yes.
And let me tell you, if you want a chance to win this, you need to be logged in on your Beam.pro account, watching us on Forza, Beam.pro/Forza Motorsport. Make sure you're logged in. At the end of the show, we're going to have a trivia question that we'll put out there on Beam. If you want to be considered, you have to answer in Beam chat. So if you want to be considered for this grand prize, we'll be pulling a random winner from all the correct answers, and one lucky person is going to take home this amazing prize. A very lucky person. But right now, we're actually going to give a code away for the Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels expansion. It's in the Beam chat right now. First come, first serve. Whoever gets that code, you will have your chance at owning the expansion that will come out tomorrow. We should point out the code will not be valid tomorrow. You can't play it today. If you redeem the code, you still have to wait till tomorrow when the update comes and Hot Wheels is launched. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be less than 24 hours now. Everybody's going to be playing Hot Wheels. But for now, we've gotten the amazing prize out of the way. I say we jump back into the game.
All right, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
All right, where were we? So we had just finished a bucket list in the Hot Wheels Mustang, and now during the break when you were learning about how Hot Wheels are made, we unlocked the A-Class event. So I told you it didn't take very long. We only did one event. So at this point, we can do another B-Class event in the Rip Rod, or we can go over to A and give that a shot.
Yeah,
So
I say we head into A.
Oh, we do that. Go faster and faster. That's what we're here for, right?
That's right. That's what we're doing.
All right.
So we'll be in the Rip Rod until we get to the new event, and then we'll, I guess we're going into the Bone Shaker, I presume?
Yeah, the Bone Shaker is an A-Class car. We got to drive it very quickly in the beginning, and you will also be able to drive it right away here. And the game does actually gift you the cars that you're going to need. But if we don't have it ready for us because we're so early, we'll jump in the gun and we'll go ahead and get it for the race. Right.
So I asked Joe, I asked the question of Chris, but I'd love to hear your thoughts as well of seeing Hot Wheels come to life in Forza. What does that mean to you as someone who's been with Hot Wheels for a while now?
I mean, this is just a dream come true for us here. I mean, you guys saw on the tape earlier the giant loops we have out front in the lobby, and so everyone who comes into the office, the first thing they do is they run up to those loops. Oh my God, can I go up on the second floor and drop cars down these loops, watch them go, see if they make it, see if they crash out. And now we've taken that and we've blown it out into a whole world where not only are you watching the cars and living vicariously through them as they go down the track, but you're actually in the car experiencing it in first person and third person. It's a real thrill, and the office has been going crazy. We've had that Beach Bomb set up with the Xbox One in it for a long time, and people go in and play. It definitely gets used, but ever since we installed the dev kit with Horizon 3 on it with the Hot Wheels expansion pack, it has been literally a line down the block of people waiting to get in and get hands-on with the Hot Wheels pack. There's one person playing, 3 people watching all day.
Comfy bean chair, right?
We've got 4 beanbag chairs in there. It's pretty chill. It's a pretty chill space. Cool. But people, I mean, you hear it. You hear people playing. You see them as you walk by, but then you hear them from other parts of the office because people are screaming and yelling and groaning when they fall off the track, and it's fantastic.
Well, I love that you have an Xbox set up in the van in the middle of your office. What a great place to kind of go away and some me time to play some games. That's amazing.
It feels very much like you're a kid again, kind of in your basement, just gaming away. Like it kind of closes out the rest of the world from you, and you can really just focus on.
Does it have a nice sound system
playing.
In there? Because I haven't. Or is it just coming out of the TV?
For now, we just have it coming out of the TV, John. We should probably get a sound system set up in there.
Yeah, you should invest in a proper 7.1, sound system.
West Coast Customs, maybe they're local around here somewhere.
We should get a whole a segment just on that. But I think it's one of the coolest places to probably play games that you can think of. It's that low ceiling, and you can really zone in on the TV, and it's perfect for racing games. It's perfect for playing a game that requires the level of skill and precision as Forza Horizon 3.
All right, so
here we are.
Yeah, in this race, you'll see something. This one's called the Half Pipe Speedway, and you'll see something that it's fun. So yes, we got the loops, and we got the jumps, and we got the speed boosts that you'd expect with Hot Wheels. Playground did a lot of fun experimentation in their offices with orange tracks and cars everywhere, trying to see what they can come up with, and inspired by some of the videos on YouTube, where people are making their own additions, right? They'll have an orange Hot Wheel track going into some cardboard thing or plastic thing that they've made up. This is an example of one of our stunt sections. This is the spiral. It's got an open edge, so you got to be careful, especially if you've got guys trying to knock you off.
Right on the edge there.
How close do you want?
Half that wheel was off.
How close do you want to cut the inside turn? It's a little crowded here, and then we'll get up to the half pipe section. And this is I can't wait to see what kind of stunts and videos people pull off.
Look at this.
The half pipe is.
Oh, this is incredible.
It's a giant suspended thing with this big metal cage around it. You can sort of see through it in the gaps there. And it's a little slipperier than the rest of the tracks, which most of the tracks approximate the feeling of tarmac in the game. I mean, we tried different surfaces, but ultimately, I just almost lost it there. This is a race. I'm trying to
win.
Trying to win. I'm also trying to get a top speed, which I think I just blew my chance. That would have been the best place to get. What is it? 100 and I needed to get 160 miles an hour. I think I was only doing 138, so I did
2 laps.
I got another lap, so this time I'm going to focus on getting 3 medals. I need to beat this guy and get 160 miles an hour, which should not be a problem. The Bone Shaker can easily hit over 185, and you know, any car going through a speed boost, which I'll explain a little bit more about, can get rocketed to whatever speed that particular speed boost needs to get you up to get through the
no matter the
stunt.
class.
No matter the class. Although it's an interesting note, if you're playing with manual transmission, as I am right now, manual shifting, the speed boost will not automatically shift the car's gears for you. So, you know, it'll depress the clutch, which will get you up to 200 miles an hour, or whatever the speed boost wants you to. But if your car's geared to be like a 130 mile an hour is your top speed, it could be pretty messy if when the boost lets off and puts you back in that gear, your wheels will lock up and you'll spin out. So make sure you're shifting and picking the right gear. It's a little bit of guesswork sometimes. Oftentimes those speed boosts are so powerful that you might as well just shift up until you found the top gear.
Right.
All right, so now I'm coming through here. I'm not going to try to do anything stupid. I'm just going to go fast because I need to get 160 miles an hour here.
I mean, this half pipe has really gotten people freaking out. I mean, it's like you guys took the essence of Hot Wheels and you built on it in a really creative and authentic way, that half pipe being part of it.
Yeah, you know, I think that's a great point to bring up. John, I'm wondering if you can give us some anecdotes or stories about how it's a great story how Playground came up with this idea, right?
Yeah. So, well, when Playground was still working on finishing up Blizzard Mountain back in November, we were having meetings to talk about, well, you know, what are we going to do for expansion 2? Because believe it or not, we didn't know. Right. Like, we'd like to think there'd be a grand plan somewhere, you know, when we started Horizon 3 where we knew exactly what expansions we were going to do, but we didn't. But someone mentioned, well, what about Hot Wheels? And a bunch of eyes just lit up. Well, you mean cars? No, like we mean a real stunt world, an entire world of Hot Wheels tracks. And so that their lead designer in charge of the Hot Wheels expansion, Grant, he when he pitched what they had come up with to the rest of the guys at Playground, he literally said, you know, this is the expansion you never knew you wanted. Which is funny because after we dropped the trailer on everybody by surprise, that's kind of been the reaction. Like, I had no idea I wanted this, but I really do.
That's right.
That's kind of what's happened. And they would set up tracks all over the office, do a lot of crazy things with cars, and a lot of the things you're seeing in this expansion are the direct result of that experimentation. And honestly, you could do everything that's in the game with a real Hot Wheels car, and then we had to make sure that you could actually do that with our cars, which are based on real world cars, and they use real world physics and things like that. So you know, it's really fun how that came to be, and we were all really excited to do it. I grew up with Hot Wheels. A lot of the Playground designers grew up with Hot Wheels. It's not just popular in the U.S.
Yeah,
apparently it's
worldwide.
Like the #1 toy in the world.
Oh yeah,
So
global fans of Hot Wheels are enormous. We've been sending these cars out all over the world since since the '60s. So it's everywhere you go, you can get Hot Wheels. It's amazing.
and I hear there's a roller coaster in Australia that is called the Sidewinder, which is actually a Hot Wheels themed roller coaster. So there's a bit of an Australian connection there.
It's the closest you can get to this pack without, but you can't actually control the roller coaster.
No,
you just got to go where the roller coaster wants
you can do whatever you want here. And I just went through a split jump section, which I failed.
A little more speed, I think.
So that's kind of the risk of the split jump. This is one of, we'll talk about this a little later, it's one of the stunt swap sections you can replace sections of track with. But going through the jump actually is a little faster than
barely.
That's nice. Than actually taking the turn section around it, but it comes with the risk of falling off. And here, you know, I'm only a few feet above the ground, so the risk is not that high. It is still an open world game, so there's lots of places where you can drive off and skirt around and do some exploring. This is probably not the best car to be exploring off-road.
Yeah, you probably need. And the great thing about the expansion is we've got not just great Hot Wheels cars, but we've got some off-road vehicles like the Hilux and
the Jeep Trailcat is a beast.
Trailcat's
can't wait to see people drive that around in this game. It's a 700 horsepower plus, Hellcat engine in a Jeep. and apparently was only for a concept, so
Yeah.
they're not actually going to make it in real life.
So you can drive it here.
This is a wave section, so this is another section that players can swap out, and a lot of off-road cars will do really well here, where the hypercars and supercars will be bottoming out and skipping around, and it's not really made for them. So different cars, you know, have advantages or disadvantages based on the sections you want to do.
Why don't we find another event?
Let's find another race here and get some more medals and move up to the point where we can. I'll just fast travel,
why not?
save us some time.
So let me ask you guys, both of you, the same question. I mean, obviously we have designers at Playground who worked hard to lay out this world and create this fiction around the Hot Wheels expansion. You have designers that not only design cars but also design play sets, and I'm wondering if it seems such a natural fit that we would have this kind of creativity come together. But from your point of view, Joe, how do the designers feel about seeing these kinds of things come to life in a video game?
So it's been amazing working with Playground on this. They got it so right. When they came to us with the project and they said, we want to build this Hot Wheels world. I mean, first of all, we were like, yes,
Right.
This is exactly what we've always wanted in a game of this quality with this level of graphical fidelity. But then we were like, but can it really be done? And one of the big things was John, his passion for Hot Wheels. This is a guy here who not only played with Hot Wheels when he was a kid, but apparently continued to play with Hot Wheels all the way through his high school years. According to
And I never picked them up.
what he said.
Never picked up my room either. The Hot Wheel City would remain there for months.
Hot Wheels City, I love it.
John remembers the names of track sets that he played with, the way a lot of people I know remember the
Thundershift
names
500 Raceway.
comic books. Yeah, it's unbelievable. So we knew we were in good hands. And then, you know, we had a great, you know, multi-day immersion event where our designers came in and presented to the Playground team, this is how we design, this is how we think about how it's fun to play with Hot Wheels. And there was an amazing collaboration back and forth between the design teams. And then they went away. Then you guys went away for a long time. And when you guys came back a couple months later to show us some target gameplay footage, you know, we didn't know what to expect. And then we saw the banks, we saw the loops, we saw the half pipe,
Ford
and
Focus.
we,
I couldn't tell. He was bouncing all over the place.
you know, we saw just the way you guys treated the plastic, the translucence of the plastic, the way it comes through, and you guys really created what we could have only dreamed of as a scale Hot Wheels world. One of our favorite things is the lights. If we get to do some night driving later,
Yeah, we'll pick a night course.
it is just stunning the way you guys decided to build lights into the banks of
Well,
the
yeah,
track.
because we've got in the world of Forza Horizon 3, we've got the 24-hour day-night cycles. You got the weather that keeps changing, and these are things that, you know, unless you built your Hot Wheels playset outside, you know, depending on where you lived, you don't have to think of those things. So yeah, Playground guys came up with a really cool lighting scheme, and actually it's fun to drive these tracks in the wet too. They're, like I said, the surface, the driving surface itself is very similar to the tarmac that you're used to in the game. So nothing should be too shocking there. But these high bank turns,
This is incredible.
You
Just
know.
in first-person view, it looks so cool. I think I'm traditionally a third-person driver in Forza Horizon, but this is like you need to be in cockpit or hood view here to really get that sense of immersion and danger. that I
yeah.
think you're
Oh, here
feeling.
comes a really fast. This is like super fast banking section, and it's nice. We've never had these kind of banks before, so it's kind of fun to see what certain cars can do around them. And the Bone Shaker's doing a pretty good job.
So this is the first of 2 laps. So you still got one more lap.
Yep, one more lap.
I think you can do it.
I can do it.
You gotta concentrate.
What's my skill target? I need 15,000. I haven't been paying attention, so a lot of you guys are familiar with Blizzard Mountain. Yeah, you know that you do need to rack up some skill points. Sometimes it's best to draft behind some guys while drifting and doing stuff, but I just lost my skill chain. And I went off the edge. I'm going to rewind, pretend that didn't
That's
happen.
why we have rewind.
That's why we have rewind. Yes.
Luckily, these cars are about as durable as our real-life toys are. I mean, you can pretty much shoot
Yeah.
anything to them. And
yeah.
they-
I mean,
and
if
they
you're
will
if
not
you're driving
break,
with
so.
simulation damage on, you're going to wreck these cars pretty quick. But luckily, yes, we make this is about making fun, and you can survive some pretty outrageous stunts. in
But
the
Joe,
game.
it made me think that we've got real-life Hot Wheels cars behind us.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
these cars run. These cars, you can get in them and drive them, but you guys don't drive them that often.
Yeah.
right? And here's
Or
a
this
chance,
fast.
or this fast,
Yeah.
right? Here's a chance to really let loose with the bone shaker.
Oh, I landed on a Ferrari. Oh,
You know, so
God.
we've been building.
Oh, two
this-
wheels.
Oh.
No. Sorry.
We've been building out these real-life cars for years now, and you guys have done an amazing job of now bringing 4 of those cars into the game, in the Bone Shaker, the Rip Rod, the Twin Mill, and the Hot Wheels Mustang.
Yep.
And it's true. I mean, these cars do all drive, and they are super-powered supercars. And some people are allowed to drive them. I'm not one of those people. You have to have special training.
Okay.
But the thing is, even when they do drive these cars, they don't typically drive them all that fast because these are priceless, one-of-a-kind cars.
Yep.
And so, you know, it was amazing to have you guys come down here. I was there. There were thousands of pictures of these cars taken. You worked with our engineers to spec them out and make sure they were true to the way they performed in real life. And I think that was a really interesting process because these aren't production cars. So we have to actually dig into those specs ourselves to really understand all the different ways that the car can drive and how it'll handle in different situations. And now we actually get to drive these cars. We see these every day. They're in the hallway. They're in the lobby. We have meetings sitting around these cars. Sometimes after work, we sit in them and pretend to drive them.
That's right. We've done a little bit of that ourselves.
Yeah, I got my picture taken in the Bone Shaker.
But now to actually be able to put it into first person and really feel like, okay, I'm in the Bone Shaker, I'm in the Twin Mill. It's something that everyone is so fired up about.
That's awesome.
All right,
Sweet
we
to
are
hear.
done with
All
lap
right.
2.
Done with
Race
lap
2 in the bag. I
There
did not
you
win
go.
it or get my skill target.
That's
so.
okay. Well, first race was 5th place. This is 3rd place. We're moving up. That's good
All right.
news.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Joe. It was great to have you here. We really appreciate your
Thanks a
time.
lot, guys.
Thanks for having us and hosting us here at the Hot Wheels Garage. Right now, I think we're going to do a trivia giveaway. Where we have a trivia question available, and someone is going to win the Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels game code. As a reminder, the game code will be active tomorrow, so you can redeem it today, but you'll be able to play Hot Wheels tomorrow. So here's our trivia question. You've seen us do loops. You've seen us do all sorts of crazy stuff here so far in the Hot Wheels expansion, but there are 2 drivers who have completed a loop-de-loop in real life. We want you to the Hot Wheels loop-de-loop in real life. In the Beam chat, when you're watching on beam.pro/Forza Motorsport, give us the names of both of those drivers, and you will win a code for the Forza Horizon 3 expansion, Hot Wheels expansion. So once again, who were the first drivers to complete a loop-de-loop, the Hot Wheels loop-de-loop in real life? Let us know in the beam.pro/Forza Motorsport chat channel, and you have a chance to win. Okay. John.
Yeah, well, I'm just driving right now. Sorry, I'm just.
That's fine. That's what we're doing
I'm trying to win some medals, rack up some points. I'm going to drive through a speed trap here. Probably give me a couple of loops there. And we'll pick another event.
Okay.
And pretty soon we'll be unlocking the S1 class and give the Twin Mill
we want that
a
twin
run.
mill. That's what we want. Now, we sort of touched on it earlier. There is a barn find associated with the Hot Wheels expansion.
Oh, look out.
That happens too.
Yes, it does. Be careful.
A barn find that happens as well here with the Hot Wheels expansion. We will be finding that once it unlocks in the world. It's sort of
That'll be another spoiler.
Yeah. You have to get to a certain point in the game for that to unlock. Correct?
Yeah, it's not. It's not too far into the game, I think. But yeah, you gotta rack up some medals.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna fast travel to another course.
Another
and
A
we'll
class.
do another.
A class.
Should I stick in the Bone Shaker or move on to another car that's also A class in your garage? I don't know what you got.
Is there another Hot Wheels A class car?
Not by default.
Okay.
Not unless you were to upgrade. You could upgrade the Chrysler.
You know what we could do? We could do a little poll. We could do a
Okay.
beam poll right now.
All right.
Why don't you drive around, stay in this area.
All
We'll
right.
do a quick beam poll. Hopefully Alex is listening to us in the back there. She's running our chat and running these polls. What we'd like to do is say a beam poll that says, should we stay in the Bone Shaker? What car should we drive next? Stay in the Bone Shaker or a different car in Brian's garage?
Yeah, and
Let's do
while they're doing that, I guess we can show you a little bit about the stunt swap feature.
Let's show that off.
So in the game right now, if you can get a look at the screen, we've got all the events have 1 or 2 Hot Wheels stunts in them, and the players can actually decide. So this one comes with a split jump, which is that
the little yellow icons.
Yeah, little yellow icons, and the other one's a spiral. This one has a crisscross crash section and a spiral.
Okay.
You could change those by going into the blueprint feature, which allows you to customize all kinds of stuff. And you like before, you can change the time of day, you can change the weather, you could change however many laps it is if it's a circuit race. Now you can go into stunt swap.
So you know how I told you the Hot Wheels people
Like
love
you're
to
explaining.
tinker? They also love to share. I have a feeling I'm going to regret doing this, but what do you think, boss? Want to choose the stunts we use?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
All right, so there, this track has 4 options available. Some tracks have as many as I think 8.
Okay.
So you'll have the loop, which you've seen. You've had a speed boost jump is another one. This also has a spiral, a wave, a split jump, or the split cross. Now, split cross is always fun because it's kind of like crisscross crash. You don't know what's going to happen.
don't
And
know
you
what's
can
gonna
send it as the first stunt in the race or the second stunt in the race. Save your blueprint, share it to your friends, and then they can try beating your time on that.
So sort of the next phase of blueprints here. where
Exactly.
you have some control over the kinds of track that you're creating here. That's great.
And for the first one, I guess I'll just pick the wave as the stunt number 1, and the split cross or the split section as stunt number 2. And we can give it a fun name as usual, which I won't. I'll just call it this right now. And then
Oh, it's raining.
And then we'll wait to hear what card that people want to pick up.
Let's. I should point out we'll do another beam poll a little bit later where people can vote on the kinds of stunt sections they want in a future one. But yeah, I think we're awaiting the results of our poll.
Okay. We could look at the Hot Wheels cars that are available briefly, so I can buy the right one from the auto show. And I'll just do a quick sort by manufacturer. So there's the cars that are from the Hot Wheels garage itself. So you've got the Bone Shaker, you've got the
Twin Mill.
The Twin Mill. You've got the Mustang. Mustang and the Twin Mill are both by default S1 class.
Okay.
The Rip Rod, as we've seen, is B. But there's also other cars that shipped in the pack as well, in the Hot Wheels pack, which are pretty cool. We've got some really cool cars like the, I don't see it here. Maybe we'll unlock it later. I'm in the...
yeah, unfortunately, we're only showing A-class cars right now. So
oh, that's right. That's right. I would need to. So let me just give this one a race, and then the next race we'll do what people.
Yeah.
What people
we can do
decide
this.
to
We'll stay in the Bone Shaker on this one. If you want us to stay in the Bone Shaker for the next one, you just vote in the beam poll. Otherwise, we'll move on to something else in my garage.
Yep. And this is the race. This is the Thrill City Turbo Sprint, I believe. So
Okay.
I like the Bone Shaker a lot. It's really fun to drive. I imagine it's looking at the one behind us here, it probably does shake your bones when you drive it.
Imagine. Not exactly built for comfort.
Right next to a Seahawks livery. That's cool.
Oh, really? Okay.
I can dig that. All right. So this one takes place in starts out in Thrill City. So it's just a fun cityscape that's also got all these giant tracks connecting through it. And if you look carefully, you can see support poles and concrete piers holding these things together. I mean, that was kind of the idea when Playground was building this is, let's envision this as though guys in hard hats made this.
Yeah.
This could happen in real life. Let's just get over that. And then if it could happen in real life, what would it look like? And what would they do? And because it's Australia, you don't see this right now because we're in a race as opposed to free roam. But because the game is still set in Australia, as is this Hot Wheels fantasy world.
Oh boy!
Look out! Yeah, you want to off-road because the Warthog took that really well.
Yeah.
You do have to drive on the left side of the road still. So obviously these tracks are wider than the Hot Wheels tracks you play with as a kid. Those are only wide enough to hold one car. Here's a split cross. Let us hope nobody's coming the other direction. As I'm going through.
There you go. Oh! I saw it coming.
Oh.
You got. I think that was Ken Block's RSRX that got you there.
I would have to say that 80% of the time I go through that, maybe I'm kidding, but 80% of the time you don't hit somebody. It's just really close.
Oh, wow.
I guess it is just luck of the draw. Multiplayer, that ought to be interesting.
Yes, we'll see. We'll be doing multiplayer a little bit later in the show.
There's some wavy undulations that happens when you're making your Hot Wheels tracks as a kid. You're laying things out. And
so in terms of the stunt track swaps, are those the blue sections that we saw
Yeah.
earlier? Okay,
Yeah.
so that way here's the section I put in.
Yeah. Yeah, the darker blue bits of track are the ones that in a race course are swappable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And so this is the point. This feels very much like a cross-country race on the main island, I guess you'd say, because I love that aspect of you were.
It took us off the track.
Yeah,
briefly,
exactly.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, most of the Hot Wheels expansion does take place on tracks, but yes, there's lots of bonus boards for you to go find, which are off the beaten track. the barn find. Obviously, you got to do some exploration. But really, you know, this expansion is really, oh, look at that. That's kind of, and when you finally get to unlock the, I don't think we'll get to it today, but when you finally get to unlock the Goliath, the Hot Wheels Goliath track.
Right.
Okay, is anybody coming this time?
It's
Nope.
harrowing.
I made it.
He made it.
That is huge. It's 16 miles.
Is that the largest?
The
Goliath?
largest?
Yeah.
No, it's not the largest Goliath. I think the main game one might be twice as big.
Okay.
The Australian Goliath track, but it's massive. It's
Yeah.
much bigger than the Blizzard Mountain one, and it basically connects all 6 islands. So it's a massive track that kind of puts your ultimate Hot Wheels skills to the test. Everything you've learned. And here's another place where the track splits and meanders, and that's the first time I think we've actually had our Drivatar AI system know that you can take a left track or a right track and still stay in a race.
Oh,
So
no
there's
kidding.
there's some cool feature work in this that
Yeah.
you know wasn't really in the plan until we built it. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's one race down. We put some stunt sections in there. We have the results of our poll, John.
Okay.
Let's take a look and see if you guys want us to stay in the. Oh, they want to go straight to the. They want to go straight to the Porsche 918.
Wow, that's going from 0 to
To a
200
million.
and
I don't know if
220
we can-
miles an hour.
I actually don't know if we can do that yet.
Do you have the Porsche?
I do, but I don't know. if
Oh,
we
the
have
races. No, we
events
haven't unlocked the races yet.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, we will demonstrate that car when we get there.
Okay.
But yeah, the way this works, we need to finish a couple more races, get a couple more medals before we can actually unlock the S2 class, S1 and then S2. The
Yep.
Porsche 918 would by default be in an S2 class.
Well,
which would take us-
let's write that down, just
All
so
right.
people have already voted. The supercar they want to see. The question was, do you want to see the LaFerrari, the P1, or
Oh,
the 918?
okay,
That's the
okay.
poll question we
Yes.
had
All
there.
right. No,
So
totally
we
get
will,
that.
once we get to that point where we can bring in whatever car we want, we will definitely show the 918
Yep.
here on the Hot Wheels track.
And I can assure you that's a fun car to drive in the Hot Wheels expansion. It's my personal favorite car to drive in this expansion. I barely made that.
barely made that.
Yeah, right now I'm going to go try to clock a speed trap and get us some more medals so we can keep moving up. And I see a lot of photo icons over cars.
I
You don't do
know.
much car photography, do you?
I don't. Here's my thing. I don't mind doing the photos, but I don't like stopping. You know what I mean? It's
if
like
you
I
could
gotta-
just snap a
if I
quick
could just
photo
snap
while
it
you're
right
on
here,
Are you asking for a new feature?
that would be great. Yeah, if you guys could do that
On
for
the
me.
fly, lean your arm out the window and snap a picture
I'm
of a
sure
car.
Playground is listening right now.
All
Hey
right.
guys, could we just work that in? That'd be great. But no, you know how it is. Everybody plays Forza a little bit different.
Yep.
So I like to stay in motion when I'm playing. So we're heading. Sorry, we're
Heading for
to,
a speed trap.
Okay, speed trap.
And I'm going to try to, I see a speed trap that we haven't scored any medals in yet, so I'm going to try to blast it out as quick as I can and get us to unlock some, let's turn right.
So you've got a path. You're following it.
Yeah,
along,
it's gonna take people a while. You might not memorize the
Totally.
tracks very easily because they're so windy
Yep.
and so twisty that you may think you're headed for the city one day, but you might end up in the dinosaur jungle. You know, so
Get that line on, and especially in the early goings.
Yeah.
Turn your suggested line on. It'll help you around the track.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah,
don't hit the
sometimes
side there.
sometimes the speed boosts give you a boost when you're not expecting it, but just know that the speed boosts kind of work both ways, both
no!
both directions. It doesn't matter which direction you're going; it knows which direction you're going in,
That's
and will
smart.
give you an appropriate boost. And it's basically trying to push you to the speed it thinks you need to be to get around most of the stunts that come immediately after.
Oh, nice.
Did I? Oh, I missed it. She
did we-
said turn sharp left. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Yep.
We're just gonna turn around.
Yep. We just
So now we'll see that speed zone
Sorry.
working in the opposite direction
Yep.
automatically.
Yep. And remember to drive on the left side of the road. So
Well,
as to
the rules
avoid
of the
oncoming
road still
traffic.
apply. We're
Yes.
still in Australia.
Yes.
Maybe a complete fantasy land, but we are still in Australia.
You can, just as I did, you can lock up your brakes if you want to right after a speed boost.
Oh,
If you
okay.
didn't want, if it's launching you past the point you want to go. And here we go. We're going to come down to this section. I think we got a speed boost coming.
Oh, I think it wanted you to turn right already. I think it wants you to go off the track here.
Hold on. Let me
What's up with that?
Let me find out where it is.
It wants you to cross
Oh, that's
the
a
little
danger
straight there.
sign. I was reading it wrong. So
okay.
yes, the exclamation point means a danger sign. So let's go do that. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna drive through the shallow water in a car that is not meant for this.
Bone Shaker can handle anything.
It really
I'm not worried
should
about
be
it.
in the rip rod or the or the
The
trail cat.
Trail cat, yeah.
Actually, this would be really awesome in the Trail Cat.
So actually, this is a great time to show. There's the danger sign. You may not have enough speed
I probably
here.
don't have enough speed to do anything impressive.
Yeah.
No.
But it is an important point that if you get off track here, if you're rolling around in the city, you can head over to. You can easily find your way back to the orange.
Oh
tracks.
yeah. So you see this track right here with the black and yellow markings on the side. On the on the map, you'll see that as a dotted line right here. So that kind of helps you know, because there aren't on-ramps everywhere, and a lot of this track is suspended. So as you're driving through the world and exploring and unlocking tracks, you'll see dotted lines. That's your cue that you can take that to get back up onto the track network.
Cool.
All right. So
well, do we want to do maybe one more event, then we'll
yeah, let's do
we'll
another
move on?
event. I was hoping not to have to redo any events, so let's go back and do a B-class event. Oh, you know what? That's a speed
Let's do
camera.
something quick.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
do a quick speed camera that'll get me lots. I'm going to fast travel because we have that option.
You know what's interesting? I didn't realize you could get to Blizzard Mountain from Hot Wheels.
Yes, you can.
I saw that
you
icon
can.
there.
You can travel very quickly from. Actually, Playground added a really cool. I don't think we've. This was in Blizzard Mountain. It's been added now into the Hot Wheels expansion, where just from the menu, you can go Hot Wheels fast travel to Byron Bay, or you can fast travel to Blizzard Mountain from the menu. So
Nice.
you can do it from in the world or from the menu. So that's cool because we knew there were a lot of people who are, like to be doing both of those. You
All
want
right.
to go back and forth.
Let's do one quick attempt at this
All right.
event, and then we will take a quick break.
All right. I could use this opportunity to show you what happens when you fail the loop,
Yeah,
but
we'll
we'll
do
do
that
that later.
later. Yeah.
We'll do that later. I'm just going to try to get through this speed.
Is that
Oh,
it?
this is a speed zone.
Oh, it's speed zone.
All right.
Keep it going.
Yeah, I kind of screwed up and hit the wall there, but this should get us at least 1 star, if not 2, if I can keep it up. All right.
112. New PB, baby.
All right. How many medals did we get?
2. 1.
Just 1.
We got to
All
be
right.
in a faster
Oh, so
car.
I need 2 more medals. All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. We will. We'll be back with another class of car. Hopefully, very soon. We want to get to the twin mill as fast as we possibly can. We're going to do another social giveaway right now. Another giveaway of a code for the Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels pack. Make sure you're logged in on beam.pro/Forza Motorsport because that's where we're putting the code in the chat there. So, first person to get that code will have the expansion when it is released tomorrow. So congratulations to whoever wins that. Right now we're going to take a quick break and check in with Kate Yeager, who is somewhere on Hot Wheels campus. Kate.
I am always somewhere, Brian. That's absolutely true. Hey, guys, I am here with senior designer June. And June, you are here to tell us, A, where we're at, and B, we're going to talk design in a second. But first, what is this place?
So we're here at the Hot Wheels gas station, is where a lot of our big meetings go down. And right here we got our gas pump, and it is no-knock design. That's right.
That's true. Speaking of design, we're about to toss to a package that really, I think, eclipses what it's like to be a designer here. From your perspective, what is it like to design something and then see it digitally recreated in a video game like Forza Horizon 3?
It's an awesome experience. We experience our cars through our 164 toy and all the way to our full-scale replicas, which run and drive. But for us to be able to see our creations on screen and take them through the big loop, like driving a twin mill through the loop, I mean, when are you ever going to be able to do that, right? Aside from your imagination, but to actually be able to get in the game and do it, it's pretty awesome.
Seriously, what was it like the first time you went through that loop?
I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I was like, am I going fast enough? What do I do? Just hang on, but you just got to pin it and go for it. And just like life, right? Pretty awesome.
Words to live by. Now let's check out the what the designers have to say about this absolutely fantastic new expansion.
Here at Hot Wheels, I believe that everybody's pretty passionate about cars, whether it's a muscle car, a hot rod, or a fast car. Everybody's got their own taste, but we're all passionate about cars for sure.
I love working at Hot Wheels. I have a passion for collecting Hot Wheels as well as designing them. I have a passion for real cars, hot rods. All those things combined is really what helps me get up every day and just want to keep coming back to work.
It's really fun to work here at Mattel because it's pretty much like a year-round playground, but you're working here every day.
At the end of the day, this is a toy company, so we get to have a lot of fun. We test out the toys with the loops and the boosters.
We do have a lot of fun. We work on coming up with new ideas. I had a proposal last year for a car. It's actually called Gotta Go, and it looks like this. It's a little toilet-themed car. You might recognize a lot of details on there, and it has a function. So when you roll the back wheels, the seat actually comes up and down.
We've been doing some crazy stuff here, so I don't put it past anybody to design anything that's the next level like that.
I just thought it'd be cool to see like a toilet converted into a vehicle. So it's like, well, what would the tank be? What would the bowl be? It was originally reviewed, and one person was like, nah, I'm kind of out on it. But then when other people saw it, they were literally laughing out loud. It's like, oh, that's hilarious. So we just had to go with it.
You know, I've been working on Mattel about 10 years, and to see my stuff on shelf still to this day is kind of amazing. And to be like, I did that. And you know, I've talked to strangers, I'm like, I did that. They'll actually have a car in their hand that I put graphics on. It's not a normal job to have.
Seeing the toys I worked on at the store is a very exciting moment, and also get to see kids talking about the toys that I worked on, like really motivates me that each car that I work on has 100% of my passion in it.
Hot Wheels has a unique design language. I mean, it's always an aggressive stance, it looks fast, it looks cool. Whether it's a fire truck, it might still have a big engine or big wheels, or we'll take a regular sedan, but it makes it look like the coolest sedan that you ever want to drive. And we'll do that. We'll have a great stance to it. We'll have engine details. We'll have design details. We'll have cool wheels on it, and it will perform. It will work on a track set. It will work on a play set. It'll go through a loop. It'll make a jump. These are things that just other cars and brands just don't do.
At the end of the day, when somebody thinks of Hot Wheels, I want them to think that's a cool brand, that's a timeless brand, that's something that's never gonna go away. You talk to people about Hot Wheels and they go, I remember when I was a kid. It's a timeless product that will last another 50 years.
All right, John, I don't know about you, but being a Hot Wheels designer,
That's a cool job.
that is an amazing job.
I keep saying we have really cool jobs at Turn 10. The guys at Playground have really cool jobs. The guys and gals at Hot Wheels have some amazing jobs.
I know what
too.
I want to do in my next life. So, all right, well, we're back, and we're checking out.
Driving.
John's driving. We are busily trying to get through this class so we can show you guys the twin mill. John is doing events right now. You're doing point-to-point.
Yep.
You're just finishing.
Yep,
Nice.
and I was driving some crazy Skyline, modified Skyline with a V8, it sounded like.
That's right.
What was a GTR?
That's my favorite car.
All right, yep, all right.
That's my favorite car.
And I won.
Yeah, you won.
And it's got an orange and blue paint job.
That's right. I did that. That's my paint job.
That's a nice paint job.
It's about as good as it gets for me. Doesn't get much better. So, all right. So, oh, look, we got a wheel spin here.
Yeah, I mean, just an example. Again, any car that you have collected in your garage can work on the track, depending on the class. So, what did we get this time around?
Oh, nice.
2 stars, 3 stars.
Ah, 3
Boom.
stars.
3 medals, 3 Hot Wheels medals.
So we're good.
We
to go
have
with
now
S1.
unlocked the S1 class races.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's the next round of A class races.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I mean,
let's power through them.
it takes a little while. I mean, you don't want people to finish the expansion in just a couple hours.
No,
right?
we want to give them an experience.
Yeah. And we didn't bring any debug cheats with us. We're
No.
playing this as you guys would. So
Yeah, this is literally my profile.
Yep.
So we're going to be powering through this as you guys see it.
I'll try to pick some new tracks with some new stuff we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen dinosaurs in a while. Let's go do this. Let's go
do the dinosaur. Yeah,
Jurassic
let's
Rumble.
fast travel. Yeah.
All right.
So while we're loading up, it's probably a good time to talk about you at the very top of the show. You show off the different islands, and I'd love to hear what playground. Look where we are. We're right underneath the dinosaurs.
Right underneath the giant dinosaur.
Yeah. I don't want to say much more than that,
okay.
but let's go.
Well, this might be a neat time to show something else that's fun. Is we do have the drone camera, and for those of you who've used the drone mode in the main game, you might have noticed it's kind of leashed to the ground.
Yeah.
The drone mode is now unleashed.
Wow,
Just
I
like
did not
this-
expect
Just
that.
like this giant mechanical dinosaur. So now you can actually go and see just how massive.
Do the turbo, dude.
And I got my button
Oh,
on the turbo,
you're already
but
turboing.
it's so big
Oh, yeah.
that it's taken us a while to fly. So no, we can't give you the unleashed drone in the main game,
Right, okay.
but we were able to do it for the expansion because a lot of these tracks go up to ridiculous heights that the main game has never had to deal with, like this giant corkscrew around the center island in the game. So yeah, it just gives you an idea of just how massive this place is. There's the Cobra Coil that we did earlier,
Yep.
and through the Jurassic Jungle. So
Well, it's a great time to. The question I was answering earlier is the idea of all these islands coming together.
Yep.
Playground was, they just had it seems like they had so much fun with this.
Yeah, I mean, really thinking about it, like if we were in charge of designing a real-life Hot Wheels theme park that you could drive like real Hot Wheels cars on, what would it look like? You know, what kind of themes and Hot Wheels tracks and track sets have always been known to have some fun, outrageous themes, and so they're just kind of sticking with that theme. So hold on, I was just trying to find the start point for that race. There it is. I just kind of drove over it.
I mean, my favorite part of the design of this car is got the Timeless FM bumper sticker.
It does.
Which is pure class.
It does. Should I stay in this car?
Let's just stay in it.
All right, all right. It was pretty quick.
Yeah, I love this car.
All right.
Below minimum.
Is that right? What? Oh, I was in a B-class car.
Well, let's pick something else. Then.
Okay, we'll pick another B-class car. Let's see what you have in your garage.
I got lots of good B-class stuff in there. I'm sure we'll.
Well,
find
and it's
something.
fun because it kind of takes us. But no, this is A now. It wants us to go to A-class.
Got
So
it.
all the A-class cars. And here's kind of a tip, pro tip for you guys who are going to be playing this expansion soon. Top speed is kind of king on the Hot Wheels expansion.
Okay.
So yes, handling is always important because it's still, if you're good in the main game, you're going to be good in Hot Wheels too. But when these cars are getting rocketed through the speed boost and then drop back into their regular gear, if you've got a car that can go 200 plus miles an hour, you're going to be doing pretty good. Pretty good. What's your favorite A-class car in this bunch?
Let's do something Australian. What about that?
Do you have any Aussie? Do you have any? Let's see if you got any Holdens. If you do, we will.
No
No?
A-class Holdens.
What about a Ford Falcon?
Let's do the Ford Focus RS.
There's a Falcon.
Let's do it.
Oh, but yeah, you're just not upgraded enough. Oh, here you go.
Okay.
All right,
Falcon.
we'll do this one.
Okay.
All right.
Still pretty underpowered in A-class, but I feel like you can overcome that. We're in B-class still, aren't we?
Are we?
I don't know.
No, we got to upgrade it.
Okay.
All right. No, it's showing you the car you're currently in,
I
so
see.
we haven't got in this yet.
Got
so
it.
yes,
Got it.
We're going to be doing an A-class event.
Well, we're keeping it real to Australia right now.
And it's another orange car. What is this orange theme?
Yeah, here's your orange theme right here.
Yeah,
Orange and
in
blue.
case anybody wants to know what the code name was during development for this expansion, it was Orange.
It was orange.
Yes.
Code name Orange.
Yep. And that way, if it leaked, people might not figure it out.
I don't know if it had somehow leaked, somebody would have put two and two together and say Orange, Hot Wheels. Somebody always knows.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Perhaps. All right. Loading up. Yeah, there's a lot of orange in this expansion, that's for sure.
As there should be. All right, Jurassic Rumble.
All right.
Something
here we
tells
go.
me we're going to be starting or finishing near a dinosaur.
Well, I think we're starting literally underneath that dinosaur.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. Oh, maybe not. All right. Oh, okay. Rear-wheel drive. Forgot about that.
Good luck.
Yeah. I know a lot of you guys are, you upgrade your cars to all-wheel drive, put V12s in them, but sometimes you just got to be pure.
That's right. I don't know, man. Feels like you're getting left behind.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if my skills can catch us up. We'll get through the Cobra coil here.
So you were saying earlier before the show began that Playground had really brought Hot Wheels into their lives and into their studio, and if you were to go there during that time, you would
Or
see,
still.
or
I mean,
still,
they had to actually. Well, they had some press come through there. They had to remove all the tracks for fear of leaking anything, right? But yeah, the whole studio they had tracks running from the engineering section to the design section, up and over desks and tables, pushing them through strange configurations and spirals and things like that. And yeah, like I said, that inspired some of the crazier twisty bends in this track, like you see in that opening sequence that goes up the mountain.
Yeah, of course. I bet that was amazing. I'm not sure if I built that in my studio, I probably
you
would
can
have kept
do this
that.
with the real Hot Wheel in real life. And
Yeah.
if I hit the brakes right now, I am going to fall. It
Right.
is centripetal force that is keeping me glued to the track, just like your Hot Wheels in real life. So,
Is there a formula or a design methodology for where you put the speed zones, the little boost?
well, yeah. So a lot of them, there are some cars that literally won't get around this track, even with those speed boosts in their stock configuration. So some of the really slow classic cars, for example, from D-Class, you might need to get some upgrades on them. But the speed boosts are designed to help some of the slower class cars get around the track, and also just to just to give you that sense of eye-peeling speed that you would expect if you were behind the wheels of a real Hot Wheels car without driving beyond the rules of what these cars, you know, are physically capable of. But how does the speed boost actually work in real life? Let's not get into that.
That's not important.
You know, we had some top engineers.
Top men.
Yeah,
all that counts is that you quickly get up to 200 miles per hour.
Yeah, the Horizon Festival hired some top engineering talent. There's one of the dinosaurs hiding in the jungle. You'll hear them once in a while. They roar. They're kind of on a looped animation, just like they'd be in a real amusement park.
Let me just say that the Horizon Festival is well funded.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to be in order to pay off all those people whose barns they raid and
pay off the insurance.
The insurance. Can you imagine the insurance? I mean, that's the thing. When you know, if some people are thinking, "Wait a second, this is totally unreal." There's some nighttime action for you.
You can
here.
see the little lights on the side of the track there. That's what we were referring to earlier with Joe.
I mean, the Horizon Festival has always been a big what if. What if you could build a festival about music and cars, and as you know, massive open world driving. The police don't pull you over for driving recklessly or fast, and you just have the freedom to go everywhere you want. That's a big what if. This is a natural sort of extreme version of that what if. You know, what if you just had all the imagination and resources in the world and engineering talent to build a life-size Hot Wheels stunt world? What would it look like? How would it feel? How would you get multiple cars to drive on it? How would you handle traffic on it? You know, would the loops actually work? You know, in a.
I think there was some question about that in the beginning, right? We weren't exactly sure what this would look like when the guys were building it.
Yeah, and actually, there's some. Again, the Playground guys were totally inspired by all the great Hot Wheels sets, right? That's why you got the dinosaurs and the crisscross crash sections of the track. But there was another product that Hot Wheels came out with a long time ago. I think it was called Magnetrax or something, where they had magnetic wheels and the tracks were metal. And I think Playground wanted to play around with one of those things too. And it's funny, you know, we were driving around. When you find yourself driving around upside down for prolonged periods of time, that's when it starts to not feel right.
Right.
At least in our minds. I think we all realized that was a bridge too far. Yes, giant orange tracks, 200 feet in the sky.
Completely acceptable.
Completely acceptable. But driving upside down for extended periods, that's when you realize you're no longer ruled by the rules of Forza physics anymore, and it felt wrong. So we didn't go that far.
Yeah.
We didn't go there.
Well, you're getting just the right amount. You're getting the loop. You're getting that sideways banked curve that feels really right for a short period of time, but that's not the entire experience.
That's right. And, you know, these cars conceivably, theoretically, can do this. Now, I should say that we won't mention who did it because that's part of a fun thing later. But the guys who did the real loop-de-loop in real life.
Oh, we did that trivia question hours ago.
Did we answer it?
We can say it now.
We can say who they were?
I hope somebody won that already. Otherwise, we're going to give away the answer right now.
Okay. So when Tanner Faust came past Turn 10 Studios, he was one of the two drivers to have done the actual Hot Wheels loop stunt in real life.
Yep.
To them, it seemed just as absurd at first, like how that can't be possible.
Right.
Well, they had engineers figured out. They did the math, and it turned out they had to be going somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 miles an hour, and they had to, you know, they experienced 6 or 7 Gs of force, which is jet fighter stuff. That's a lot of power, and I'm gonna pick a different car here. How about let's go classic? Like I had, we had they had
skills
Camaro
boost.
Hot Wheels, and we'll get a skills boost, and that'll be fun too.
Yeah, let's do it.
The G-forces you would experience driving, say, the Paganis onto R at 250 miles an hour through that same loop, is enough to turn your insides into goo.
Right.
Like you would be jelly person, and
right.
even if a car could withstand it. So that's where we're bending the rules of physics a little bit. We're allowing you to do the fantasy of driving that Pagani Zonda or that Zenvo through a loop-de-loop at 250 miles an hour. And when Tanner Faust came past the studio, he was playing it on. He got to play the Hot Wheels expansion halfway through development. He was driving the Porsche 918 Spyder by his choice, which is a great car.
Yep.
Driving it at 200 plus miles an hour through the loop-de-loops in the rain at night. We couldn't pull him off the thing.
Right.
And
you were saying that he was automatically trying to break things.
Yeah, well, he was like, "What happens if I do an e-brake 180 halfway through the loop? Oh, look at that, it worked." And he slammed on his brakes going through the loop to see what had happened, and what happened was exactly what he hoped wouldn't happen in real life
right.
when they did the stunt. They had an RC car do the stunt first, and those of you who've seen that footage on YouTube, the RC stunt car did not navigate the loop successfully. It literally fell on its hood.
It's funny to hear that like, if I had to guess what the speed needed to do a loop, I would have. 50 seems quite low.
Well,
you know?
for a 6-story loop,
Yeah.
well, he thought the same thing. But for the 6-story loop that they were doing at the time, that is what the engineers said. Like, yeah, well, they said around 50, and he's
Yeah.
like, well, what is it? 52, 53?
Don't worry about it, Tanner.
And so
You got a helmet.
So they actually pegged the engine. The rev limiter was set at 55 miles an hour, and that was important because any faster than that, something could go wrong. Any slower than that, something could go wrong. So they had to hit that exact speed going through it. And again, if you're driving a car that's not going to go that fast through the loop, you'll find out what happens.
Boy, you really get a sense
Man,
of
that
speed.
car's fast.
I was going to say, we're going 200 plus there. And
I'm
these
way ahead of everybody.
Yeah, these tracks really come alive with that speed.
These Horizon Edition cars. That's what we're driving, right? Yeah, I see the
That's
black
right.
plate. This is a Horizon Edition
It's a
Camaro.
skills bonus car.
Yeah, but I haven't been driving very skillfully. I've been banging into
all right.
stuff. But there we go. Ride that.
That's right.
All right. And now you saw the Hot Wheels drift. So, yes, there are Hot Wheels skills now. They're really, it's kind of a more ultimate version of the ultimate skill that you normally get in the game. So if you're pulling off really ultimate drifts, really ultimate 180s and things like that, see, I'm too busy skilling and I'm letting these guys pass me, and that was not my intent.
We're too busy chatting.
Too busy chatting.
Yeah.
I know. That's part of it.
Here's the loop.
Yep, I think we get a skill.
Yeah,
for going through
you're
the loop.
going 130 here or so.
Yeah,
and then
that
you
would
really
be,
peg it.
I think we worked out that the G-forces that you would experience are upwards of 40 Gs.
Yeah.
So there's not a human in the world that could really withstand that.
Right. Right.
So yeah, that's where we bend in the rules. But man, if we said you can only drive 50 miles per hour through every loop in the expansion.
That's right.
That's no fun.
Oh Lord.
Hold on.
Time to
Let's
rewind.
Just, rewind. Pretend that didn't happen. Hey, this is a real life playthrough. This is what happens.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's right.
we
We're
make-
live, baby.
make
We are
mistakes.
live.
I should point out, it doesn't always pay to go hell-bent for leather through every jump when you go off a ramp. Just like in real life and in other parts of the game, I'm sure some of these players have noticed, sometimes if you let off the accelerator right as you're going off the ramp or tap the brakes, that brings the nose of the car down. That's how physics work. That actually helps you land the car flatter. Otherwise, sometimes you might be landing with your nose up and you lose control when the wheels land, which is another kind of tip you would have learned from Tanner Faust, who actually not only did the loop, but he did the world record Hot Wheels jump off a Hot Wheels ramp in a trophy truck. He said you could literally change the pitch of the vehicle. You got one shot at it.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
the wheels are spinning really fast, and if he taps the brakes in midair, that'll drop the nose a little bit to make sure he can land right.
Nice.
Very
cool.
He doesn't get rewind.
No, he does not. We luckily get all the rewinds we want. All right, guys, we are going to take a quick break. Send it over to Kate Yeager, who is also with June, and check out I think they're in a really special part of HQ that we might have seen earlier, but they're relaxing, I think. Hey, Kate, what's going on?
We are in fact relaxing here in the Beach Bomb VW van. I'm back with our friend and senior designer here at Hot Wheels, June, and tell me about this pink monster here.
The pink monster. This is actually a full-size replica of our Hot Wheels Beach Bomb. And it's running driving cars, actually really fast, but we repurposed it as a game station, so you get back in here, you can lounge, play some Forza. But yeah, we love this thing. We use it every day, and it's serving a great life here in the design center as our game station.
So there is some other interesting tidbits behind this particular car. I'm curious, it has a lot to do with its value, both the large life-size version and as well as the Hot Wheels version.
Yeah, so this is actually based, the Hot Wheels rear-loading Beach Bomb is the most expensive Hot Wheel that was ever sold. It was sold about $72,000 or so. There's only one in existence, and it belongs to a collector out there. So we can't have that one, but we have this one, and I think it's just as cool. So yeah.
A worthy substitute, I would say. Well, first off, June, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Monday here at the design studios to show us around and give us the ins and outs of what it takes to create an iconic brand like Hot Wheels. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say to the people watching right now?
Yeah, definitely. Check us out on the Forza expansion pack. Experience our cars as we do, and we're thrilled to see you out there playing the cars in the game.
Excellent. Well, thanks again. And from one iconic car to another, let's check out the Twin Mill.
If you ask the Hot Wheels fans, like, what's the most iconic Hot Wheels car, they probably all say, oh, the Twin Mill.
The Twin Mill.
The Twin Mill. The Twin Mill is what I would say the most iconic Hot Wheels ever made.
The Twin Mill is important to everybody that works here. It's a crazy car with dual engines in it.
Big wheels in the back, aggressive stance, California look, cool Spectraflame paint. It's as iconic to Hot Wheels as it gets. It's really cool to see the Twin Mill in games like Forza. When we first partnered with Forza, we were replicating their cars in 1/64th scale, but now the tides have turned. Our cars are being replicated in their game, where you can actually drive the car, not just push it down a track or down the street, but you can actually get behind the wheel and drive the car.
I play like a lot of video games, and Forza has quite great physics engine they use, and so I'm really excited to see how the car is gonna do in the Hot Wheels loop.
It's really cool to see some of our Hot Wheels Originals cars in the Forza game. I've seen them in real life, but I've never seen them in a video game doing actual loops and jumping through flaming hoops.
See, I'm a grown up, but like inside I'm still like a teenager. I do play Forza almost every day. Hot Wheels cars in the Horizon 3. That's really exciting, actually, to have the experience of driving inside of the car and then driving around the loops. That's like another dimension.
For people to actually get behind the wheel of original Hot Wheels cars in the new Forza game, I think is going to be a dream come true for everybody.
The one time I actually drove the real Twin Mill, it was about 5 miles an hour, but being able to play it in Forza, I'm going to be able to put the pedal to the metal.
The Twin Mill is an iconic Hot Wheels car. We're going to be driving it here in just a moment once we unlock it, but that car is unlike any other, especially from cockpit view.
Yeah, it's got 1,400 horsepower. Those two massive Chevy engines, and you know, when you're in cockpit view, you'll see what I mean.
Yeah.
What it has in power, it doesn't necessarily have in cockpit visibility.
Right.
But that's all right. That's what it's like in real life, and we'll get there as soon as we can. I'm just doing some more driving.
Yeah, we're busy
Foggy day.
working through the expansion here on a foggy day in Australia, and I think one of the things we want to do in this segment is do another stunt swap section and let people vote. So if we can find an event
pick the
where,
stunt.
if we can find a place where we can bring one of those up, we'll bring up a beam poll, and people can vote on what sections they want to see in the race. So get prepared if you're watching us on beam.pro/Forza Motorsport. We're going to put up a poll here in just a bit about what kind of sections we want. It depends on the type of race we're doing, what sections are available to us. But we're in good hands with John. He's going to bring us to a place, and then we'll put the beam poll up, let you guys vote, and then we'll be able to do the event.
And
Are you an event? You're in an event right now.
I'm in an event right now. I'm in the Horizon Edition 69 Camaro, I believe. And man, I like this car. I haven't driven this car in the expansion yet. Yeah, if you got some of those Horizon Edition cars laying around, this is probably a really good one. Plus, you know, I think one of the first Hot Wheels I ever had, I think one of the first run of Hot Wheels, the original Sweet 16, if I'm not mistaken, was a Camaro.
Okay.
So it seems appropriate. Plus, it's yellow. It's not orange. The orange car is almost like camouflage on the track. Like, where'd my car go?
If you do some hide and seek or something, you'd have a distinct advantage with an orange car.
Well, no, those guys, was it Jack Ultimate Gamer? He's one of those guys who like posts these really fun Horizon videos on YouTube where they have hide and seek games. They have city camouflage, jungle camouflage. They should do an orange camouflage and see if they can actually hide cars on the track. Maybe, I don't know.
That's
just
right.
an idea. Just a request.
John, I remember you, we were talking before the show, you are a devout Hot Wheels fan. I was a devout Hot Wheels fan when I was young, and I wonder if you had favorites from when you were little.
Well, definitely the Twin Mill.
Yep.
There was another one we were talking about earlier, the Red Baron. That was a crazy car.
Yep.
But, you know, I just liked, it didn't really matter to me. I just wanted every new car that came out. So
were you a crasher or a keep them pristine?
No, I did have a group of Hot Wheels that belonged in a crash box.
Right.
And sadly, some of those were the original Sweet 16, like the Beetle with the giant V8 in the front, the Volkswagen Beetle. But those were already beat up when I got them, so I figured, no, I lovingly cared for my Hot Wheels. I wrapped them up in little colored Kleenex tissues
Really?
And then wrote
So
the name of the
responsible for
car.
a young man.
I wrote the names of the cars on the outside of them, and they were color coded. It was, and then I give them all to my nephews. So I don't know if they're watching, if they've taken care of them or not. We'll see.
I hope so. Well, we're pleased to be joined by Kate Yeager. Kate
Hello.
Yeager's joining us on the set. Hey, Kate.
Hey, did you take care of your cars better than the one you're taking care of right now?
I was. It's hard to
Because-
talk, and I've almost lost the race, so I'm going to rewind and.
Nice.
Yes, rewind. That's why
Another
we have
nice
it.
addition to the Forza Horizon 3
Exactly.
Yes.
game.
So, Kate,
Yep.
you've been all over today.
Man.
Tell me about it. What stands out?
Well, first of all, you don't realize how many people it takes to come up with some of these iconic cars. You also don't realize that they make 350 just cars that weren't there the year before.
Right.
They make cars that are licensed, of course, but then they also come up with brand new stuff. When I was talking to the lead designer, to June, he mentioned that they've got stuff in the bag for years
Right.
if they wanted it.
Right.
And because I asked him, is it hard to come up with more cars every single year? He's like, no, it is hard to cut down what we want.
Really?
Yeah, and
I think we have the same problem.
yeah, I was gonna
probably.
say, yeah, it's fairly similar over there, and so it really is impressive also because what you don't realize is that the designers aren't just like, excited about the colors and the fabrication and everything else. They're also car people,
Right.
and so it's really fun to look around and just there's this energy in the room. Sounds kind of silly to say, but the truth is that everybody is there because they want to be there. Everybody is having so much fun, and quite honestly, it was infectious. So.
Yeah, well, you feel it when you come here, when you're in the garage, when you do the tour. You feel all of that fun and excitement that people have for not just cars, not just Hot Wheels, but cars in general, and it fits really well with us. So, John, let's
Drive
continue
around
our
some
twin mill epic
quest,
here.
The quest
Our
for
quest
the
for the
twin
twin mill.
Well, I could just go ahead and buy it if I want to, but
could.
we're playing it
That's
as you
fun
guys
to-
would play it.
We
We're
want
doing the
events. Yeah, we
Yeah.
want events we can do it in.
We
Kate,
found a good
Yeah.
car.
have you've got these 4 behind us, these 4 real life Hot Wheels.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite? All of them.
Bone Shaker is going to be difficult to outdo, just because it's something that you generally don't see every day. I mean, I don't know about your neighborhood. I don't have a lot of it.
Skulls
I
on
live
the
in
front of
Redmond,
cars.
so you
That's
see a
fair.
lot of bone shakers.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
much the next Tesla. But I would have to say
swap.
for the drama behind it,
Yep.
I'd have to go with Bone Shaker for
Yeah,
sure.
it's a classic.
Yeah.
All right, we are at a stunt swap section here. We're going to do this now?
We'll
we
do
the
it
poll
next
now?
time. We'll do it
next time. Okay.
Well, you could tell us right now.
Well, we need to know what
oh,
we're
you
voting
actually
on.
need to see the
Yeah,
things.
so we
All
can
right.
do that next time.
All right.
But
this
we're in
one's
the rain. This
All
might be
right.
the first rain event we've
This
done
is the
so
Hey, now.
first
far.
rain event that you've seen.
It rains on Hot Wheels Island.
It does rain.
Yeah.
It does rain occasionally.
No, it's not called Hot Wheels Island. What's the name?
Yeah,
It's
well-
Thrilltopia.
Well, it's referred to by either Horizon Hot Wheels,
Okay.
by Warren, who's your mechanic buddy
Yep.
in the game on Kira, and also Thrilltopia, which is a name
Thrilltopia.
that Warren probably gave it. He just he thought
Oh,
he-
Warren.
He thought that would sound really cool
That
and
cheeky
and,
guy.
and
Yeah.
and totally Hot Wheels. So and it fits. But yeah, it's
How's the handling going on with this
it's
nice
a bit
chain
slippery.
you've got
It's
here?
a bit slippery, and I've got a super powered rear-wheel drive Camaro right now that's got a big blower on it, so I've got a lot of horsepower. But thankfully, it's got race tires on it too. So
Look at you really get a sense of speed with those lights flashing by so quickly.
yeah, we
Amazing.
are. And now we're going to go through a half-pipe section, which you got to be careful. You can take the bank, just not too fast,
Yep.
or you end up hitting the edge and going off.
Nice little clean racing.
Yep, I managed to do
Wow.
that without hitting any other cars. That was pretty amazing.
That may be the cleanest thing you've done today. That's amazing.
And this is an example where I tap the brakes to bring the nose of the car down.
Oh!
well,
And this is
I
another
was-
example
I
of
was about
rewind.
to be all
Theoretically, that was a good
I
idea.
was about to be all proud of my achievement there. So this jump will
Explaining
actually launch your car noseward if you're not careful. So you do kind of want to, believe it or not, just tap the brakes just a bit when you go off to
There we
keep
go.
it. And I did it
the same thing on
again.
the other side.
So again, like with real Hot Wheels,
Yeah.
when you send a car off the track, you don't always know what's going to happen.
Right.
Sure.
Some of these jumps are kind of like that too. So, trust me when I say, it's experimentation is practice.
That looks good.
And this one is gonna.
Well, stay on. No. All right.
Okay.
I
You
know.
did it with
Well,
gusto. Does that count for
That's
anything?
only the first lap. You've got plenty of time.
That's
There
all
you go.
right. I will just let the AI pass me and just shake it as, that's.
Learning opportunity?
it wouldn't be a Hot Wheels expansion if you didn't have those risk-reward dangers.
That's right.
And you can't always. I just lost my spoiler.
Well, you know.
It's all right. My wing.
On a Camaro, a wing is kind of...
It's kind of weird,
Yeah.
anyway, isn't it? So
Oh, that's a nice boost. Hello.
there we go. Drive this cleanly. Get through here.
You gotta appreciate also on the windshield here the rain
That's right.
dynamically shifting as soon as your speeding up happens here.
Oh, and this is a wave section. You might want to slow down for the wave unless unless you've got a soft suspension.
Yeah.
You
You actually handle it pretty well there.
Yeah.
That
So
was not bad.
So yeah, I mean, you know, it does take skill. It does take some skill, some thinking, a little bit of strategy, and what car you want to pick for the right track. Especially if you're going to be doing this in multiplayer with other people.
I love the loops sort of bobsled effect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Using that centrifuge kind of gravity to work your way around.
That's right.
Oh,
man,
nice.
I
Okay.
recovered. We talked about it earlier, John, but for those who are just joining us, we do have this concept of speed boost here. Whoa, what happened there?
Is that drifting?
That's sort of a drift, yeah.
I lost control.
That's a
of the
vertical
car.
drift.
I lost control of my car. Sorry.
I was saying about the little speed boost that you have. If you're playing in manual transition, you need to do a little work there, right?
Yes, you need to shift into the appropriate gear if you're driving in manual because it's not going to. Oh, that dude lost
he did take it.
Sorry for you and your. What was that, a Rolls Royce?
Might have been the
Yeah, you know,
Ghost
could
or
have been
something.
totaled. Who knows?
Can you imagine somebody taking a Rolls Royce convertible car to a Hot Wheels?
That's right.
World. Why not?
Some fool would.
Why not?
I got excited about the P1 going through
Right?
these loops because that is not an inexpensive car.
No.
It's a beautifully made machine.
Well, we do have to show off the 918.
Oh, that's right,
So
because
we'll make
the
sure
poll.
we do that because of the poll we did
All right.
earlier. All right, final lap.
Final
You're in
lap.
fourth
Okay.
place. You're in good. We're gonna set you up for success here.
I'm
You're
doing
gonna
all
be
right. It's just the wave
That
section
is-
just messes you up.
fine. Yep. Now it
all right.
stopped raining, so that's good.
Okay.
It's probably still a slick track.
And you know the orange bumpers designed so when the Hot Wheels track, I guess the designers who designed the original Hot Wheels track back in the 60s, 70s when they first introduced the tracks. You know, you had to have the orange rails to keep the car, you know, in line. Most of this track has rails like that to keep you on course, but not all of it. So
Yeah.
you do need to be careful sometimes that you just don't go flying off. And Playground's devious designers have picked some really nasty places where they remove that. So you got to keep your eyes open. But
You were mentioning earlier before the show began about how we have high-speed areas in the main island of Australia, the highway and places like that.
Yep.
Here,
How fast
think
can you
what's-
go?
Exactly. I think on some of those downhills coming off a loop or something, I think you're going to be able to hit some serious speed.
there is a route in this called the, I think it's aptly named the high-speed highway, where you can get some serious speed. I'm not sure if you can get quite as fast as you can in the main game of Australia on the highway because that is super long.
Yeah, that's right.
And while we do have lots of roads here, you know, it's not as big as the main game.
That's right.
Look at this, first place.
Look at that. Right at the
Whoa.
end. Right at the end. Well done.
You should probably work for them, is what I think.
Yeah, I think so
Zoom.
too.
Look at that. And did we get 2 medals or 3? We'll see. But it's probably time we show off the twin mill regardless.
Yeah, let's
So-
go get it. And well, no, because we can't do an event. Well, I said we'd do a vote.
All right.
So if we're not at the twin mill yet, if we haven't unlocked S1, let's do one more.
All right.
Maybe that'll get us a little bit closer. It's time for another beanpole. So I want to make sure we get that in. We've still got time, guys. We're on no strict schedule.
Look at that. 3. Oh, look at
we're
this.
so close.
So close. All
So
right. We only
close.
have a couple more events or speed cameras to
Okay.
go through.
Here we go,
Actually,
no
one
pressure.
speed
Yeah.
camera.
Let's
All right.
do that.
I'll just go find a speed trap and blast through it in this
Is that-
wicked Camaro.
Okay,
as
let's
fast
do
as
that.
I can. All
All
right.
right, fine.
Here's one. No, that's a danger sign. Well, let's do it.
Well, we haven't done it yet.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
No medals yet.
It's a
so-
half-pipe danger sign.
Danger is our middle name.
That's right.
It's in a sign, too. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
All right. Little cockpit
It wouldn't be
view.
a danger sign, Kate, without a ring of fire. That's kind
Boy.
of just expected.
Absolutely. Truer words were never spoken.
Oh, no.
Oh!
It's all right. It's all right. We're good.
He's good. He's good.
The amount of anxiety that you can get from going on some of these loops is really
This is where the
impressive.
That's
track
right.
narrows a little bit. That's a split section that narrows.
Oh,
She's
so you still got to go around right-hander here.
Do I? All right.
Yep.
All right.
So you're still going to have a chance to get a good run at this thing. Here we go.
Okay.
I don't think there's a boost.
Oh, no.
There's
Cue
a boost.
fire?
Oh, no, there's
there's
there.
a fire.
Shift up.
Oh, it's so dramatic.
Just going forever. Oh,
There it
how
is.
often do you get to jump 800 feet in a car? Come on.
Not enough.
So I think unless you're like Tanner Faust,
think,
it's pretty much,
Oh,
That wasn't even a 3-star.
that might be enough, though.
I earned
get
a
to
new
S1?
car. I earned a new car. So that's when the game will gift you a car. So let's go see what we got.
Okay.
While
we're at the garage,
I progressed to the next
Oh,
round.
fantastic.
So,
So
we'll
that's
do that.
S1.
So now we get S1 class cars. And again, you know, you can get to unlock the finale, the Hot Wheels Goliath. You need to earn what is it? I can't remember how
40?
many medals it is. No,
40
no, no.
medals? No.
Toward the finale, it might be 100.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but and then you can go back and unlock championships for everything. So there's tons of replay value even after you get to the the end.
So we're gonna go to the garage now.
Yep.
Here we go.
While we're at the garage, let's make sure we show off the red line tires.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we'll do the. We'll get ourselves a twin mill, and we'll equip ourselves with them right here.
Go pick up a nice twin mill.
Yeah.
One-stop shop, you might say.
Exactly. This is a place where those things kind of happen. It's wonderful.
New car to collect.
Yes.
Don't you love that when the game just gives you awesome cars? So
see.
let's go to Hot Wheels and see which Hot Wheels cars we've been gifted by the game. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
There
So
she
bing,
is.
bing, 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 bing. Oh, so we were gifted another bone shaker.
Must have.
So
bought
we're gonna
one.
go ahead and get ourselves a twin mill.
Maybe do the Forza Vista of it. Walk
Yeah,
around it
might
a
as well
little bit.
show it. Like, few people. I mean, we're lucky enough because we have the car right behind us.
That's
We're
right.
lucky enough to actually walk around and see it. I don't think they let us get into it because that we'd probably break.
We should
it.
try right after this. Just
let's
run
see
to it,
what
Kate.
happens if
We'll just
So-
run.
I'll just take off this and just go for it. Fantastic.
So it's got a clamshell opening for the
Okay.
cockpit, so that just opens up like that. Gives you an idea. Just show you the
think you
idea
can
of all
climb in.
the detail on this thing. Yeah, let's go. Well, let me go on the driver's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what I'm talking about when it comes to visibility problem that the Hot Wheels designer probably wasn't thinking of back in the '60s when he came up with this idea. But that's what you see.
Right. You
You
got an
have-
engine in your face.
You have a big engine in your face, but you have all these instruments because you got two engines you have to keep track of.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool.
What does the horn sound like? If you go
well,
to-
what
if you-
did you equip your horn? So
in Forza Horizon 3, you can assign. It's
Yeah.
like I think I've got like a comedy whistle or something.
do you?
You can choose your horn here. You can
Yeah.
assign whatever horn you like.
I don't-
so.
Yeah,
know
you know, you really don't use the horn for the
I had
most
like
part, right?
there's like a bicycle, bell,
nice.
yeah,
nice.
all
I don't
sorts
know.
of different
Yeah,
ones. you
so
can
there's
unlock.
all kinds of fun ones. And I think there's
Musical
a police
stuff.
siren, so
Sure,
we've got
okay.
a cowbell, all that stuff. That doesn't seem appropriate.
That sounds like
For the
something that would
twin
get me off the road.
Actually,
Well, you know what you do when you're playing in multiplayer? When you pass somebody,
Yeah.
you're blasting your horn the
Yeah.
entire time.
Oh,
So they're
brilliant.
hearing a cowbell while you're passing them. It's like your little, like your little thumbs up, except the wrong finger.
Here. Da-da-da-da.
oh, that's what I want. Let's put the train.
That's
the train
nice.
horn in there. All right. So did want to put on some red line tires. Right now it has the stock race tires. So let's just go ahead and equip these. I told you guys about these earlier, but yeah, Hot Wheels are no, so we've got the Forza Horizon edition tires, or we've got the nice
Classic.
red line tires to get you that classic Hot Wheels look.
Look at
There you go, baby.
We're gonna do that. I believe the twin mill behind us actually does have those.
Nice.
So
nice.
Does indeed. I can verify.
it doesn't make your car go faster,
But
but
it
they just
doesn't
look,
matter.
It looks cool.
Because it looks awesome.
And you can apply those, I believe, to any car that has a race tire compound available in the game.
Great.
So we have the twin mill.
This is an S1 class, so we're moving up in class. Much faster car than certainly the Rip Rod,
Yep.
which you start out with, and it looks badass. So let's go to that first, that cockpit view. You
That's
got to
nice.
see the cockpit
Show you
view.
how well it burns out. All right, here we go. Well, this is what you see if you get behind the wheel.
Not dangerous at all.
Of a twin mill. So what's interesting is that, yes, we were playing around with different cameras. I know the Playgrounds car team was like, wow, should we, stick a camera in the middle of the dashboard? That would be different than every other car in the game, which we put you right in the driver's perspective in the steering wheel. But it turns out that not being able to see directly in front of you is not as important.
What's up with that?
Well, that guy just went across.
jerk.
As being able, it's important to be able to see the apexes of each turn. And with the engines in this configuration, you can still see to
Yeah.
the right and to the left the turns coming up because you're rarely just going straight on this on this Hot Wheels expansion, you're going in all kinds of directions. So it is kind of challenging to be driving in this cockpit view. We should have given
Oh
you
my
achievement
gosh.
just for that, but
Yeah.
that would have been mean. So I often like to drive in the hood view, so you can get all that sense of speed and first person, but you can actually listen to those twin turbochargers, or sorry, superchargers, just whistling their way as we're going through this. And should we do an event, or are we going to invite
let's
some
do an event.
friends?
Let's go
All
straight
right.
to some purples.
Oh, driving through some caves.
Noticing on the left side here in some areas that the barriers are down.
Yes,
That's right.
sometimes, yes, exactly. Sometimes, it's cool because you can drop to a lower section of track, do some exploration. Sometimes it's just, I forget,
Ooh.
I'm in
Gotta be on
Australia,
the left side.
and I should be driving on the left
Oh,
side
that's
of the
right.
road. Yes. So let's find some S-Class events and see what we've got. There's one right nearby
Sure.
us. All right.
Fast travel?
I'll just fast travel.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tidal Teeth Circuit.
Teeth Circuit. Seems like we should have put a shark in there, but we didn't.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? We got to do the vote. Let's do this event. Or can we do that now?
Oh,
Set up
yeah,
event.
yeah,
Let's
we
do
can
it
do
now.
this. We can do
so,
this now.
we want to give you guys a chance to vote on this because we can do the stunt swaps. We showed it off earlier where you guys can decide, you as a player can decide what stunts you want within your race. We want to give you guys a chance at home watching us on Beam.pro.
Yeah, currently this has a split jump section and a split cross, which is like a crisscross crash section.
Okay.
What options do we
Let's see
have
what
available?
we've got.
Oh, we got the whole gamut.
We got the whole
So
gamut.
There we go.
Let's
There's
just we got 3 to choose from, I think. We got
we got a lot. Well, we got a loop-to-loop, spiral,
Yep.
wave, boost jump,
Yep.
split jump, which is already in there, or the cross. Which
She's
is in
swapping these out for the ones
Yes.
that currently exist.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna keep it simple
big
and
day.
give you guys 3 choices. So the poll is on Beam. Which stunt should we use? Should we use a wave, a loop, or a jump? Right, and whichever one ends up
replace
highest
one
in
of
the
these.
Beam
Yeah.
poll, we'll just swap it out there, and we'll make a choice ourselves as well. So once again, the Beam.pro/Forza Motorsport poll that's going up in just a second is which stunt should we use here? Should we use the wave, the loop, or the jump? You guys vote if you are logged in on Beam.pro/Forza Motorsport. Let us know what you want to see, and we will make it happen.
The twin mill will be going through it shortly.
I was going to say, I remember you going through the wave earlier, and that's an
it
intense.
upsets your car.
It upsets your car.
Yeah.
Depends on the car, though, right? You were
Yeah,
saying.
if you've got a car with lots of suspension travel, like one of the trophy trucks or the Warthog, those wheels will absorb, those suspension travel will absorb a lot of those bumps, and you can take those pretty smoothly. Sometimes you're just lucky though. If you're just driving a hypercar through there and you skip just right,
You get over the entire
might
thing.
get over just right. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, yes, once again, the poll should be live now on the Beam chat. Let us know. Do you want a wave, a loop, or a jump? And we will make it happen in this exhibition. We should hear the results of the poll very quickly.
All right.
And then I think we can at least choose one of these for ourselves and let the Beam viewers
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
the
So
other one.
so right now
Can
we've
we
got
crisscross?
They want wave. I'm being
There is a
told in my ear
crisscross.
they want wave.
They want the wave.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to swap out stunt number 1. We could make it stunt number 1 or stunt number 2. So I'm going to use the wave. So we're going to set this as stunt number 1, and we'll keep the split cross or the cross section.
You want the split cross? Let's do it.
All right, and we got the right there wave, and we've got the split cross.
Okay.
Excellent.
Tidal Teeth Circuit.
First S1 race of today's playthrough.
That's
Lots of fast, groovy cars available, but we're going to take the beastly.
That
twin
thing
mill.
is top of S1 class.
It
too,
is.
right?
It is very fast, and it's got race tires on it. It's got a really good suspension. Surprisingly good car to drive. Not it's not out of control.
Now, when you get there's still one more class to go, and we have cars in the
Look, there's
expansion
one
that
with a custom paint job already.
that looks nice.
All right. Sorry.
Sorry, so we've got the Zonda, and we've got
The Zenvo
the Zenvo, which I think
and
both
the Porsche 918 that the
we'll show
people
off,
in the
yeah.
poll
Oh, the
want to do.
918 looks great.
Are those both S2 cars?
Yes, those
Okay.
are S2 cars by default. They're very, very quick, very high downforce, very powerful hypercars.
So right off the bat here, though, what's the handling like in comparison to the car you just drove?
Well,
Some power, more power. you
yeah,
might
well,
say.
it's interesting. That Camaro was pretty powerful, but this is 1,400 horsepower. It's
Oh, you're taking the wave.
woo,
There it
and
is.
That
Somebody got taken out.
somebody lost it.
Yeah.
Poor Drivatar. I can't wait to see how many people just what happens in multiplayer. I mean, Yeah, there's a bit of a roll of the dice thing going on with some of these track sections, like the jump we encountered earlier that I failed to do several times. But most of it, I mean, if you're good at the game, you're going to be good at this track. And even if you're not good, you know, like Tanner Faust, I can't say how often he plays Forza, but, you know, when he came to our studio and was playing on the simulator chair, he's a professional stunt driver, race car driver. He was expertly whipping around this track in no time at all, just from his knowledge of driving cars. So that was kind of cool to see. I mean, yes, it looks outlandish. Whoa, look at that, I made it. Yeah. That was another twin mill, and I just missed him.
That was the crisscross, right?
Yeah, see, look, we got another twin mill right beside us here. And it's in that awesome
Beautiful
Spectre Flame pink, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool.
May as well crash into it.
Sure, why
Get
not?
out of my way. We're the only twin mill that matters.
Yeah. Trophy truck out here. You see those big blue connectors in there? I mean, you know, they probably aren't serving as connectors in the physical sense,
functionally,
but they would definitely, if you were to build this in real life, you would definitely want to have that bit of authenticity along with your orange track.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, you're doing all right. One lap. Well, we still.
So you want to go into the dashboard view? That's
yeah, and, make, and see if I
Just
can still do well.
Add to the challenge.
Back to the wave.
Sounds good.
Or no, this is the loop.
No, here we go.
Loop-de-loop in the cockpit of a twin mill.
I just love how you can hear the revs pick up. On the
Also, I was
downside
going to say,
of
did you hear all of us kind of collectively hold our breath as
That's
you go
right.
around?
Yeah, it was terror.
Yeah.
Oh, and I still haven't shown anybody a failed loop. We'll have to do that. I feel bad doing that with the twin mill. I don't really. I want to, you know, you want to pick like a car that, I guess no car deserves to be treated badly.
Trust us, guys. If you lock your brakes at the top of loop, the car is going to fall down.
It will fall. Yeah.
Trust us. Yes. It will happen. You'll be able to find this out for yourself tomorrow when this thing launches.
First thing everybody's going to do.
Yep.
This is kind of a drifty car too. Like, oh, I just lost it there, but I managed to collect it again.
Yeah.
So I think we have an achievement for drifting, for getting 50,000 drift points through a drift zone in this car. So shouldn't be too difficult. It's got, hey.
Oh, here we go.
Here's your wave again.
Oh.
We get too busy talking.
Yep.
Probably doesn't help the air.
That was a GTR.
Yep.
Yep.
What's funny is your head in the cockpit is right where that little emblem is on top of the car. You're so far back in this car.
Yeah, I think that's the fuel filler, isn't it?
Yeah, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, if that's where your head is, the gas tank is
It's right
awful
there,
close.
right behind you. It's all right. No worries here.
I was hoping I was going to win this one, but that is a...
What difficulty do we have this on?
It is a Nissan GTR.
Is this Noel's difficulty?
No, I think you have it on, I think it's highly skilled or something.
All right.
There's the crisscross. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit easier when there's only one car you're trying to
That's
avoid.
right.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Let's go to my serious view here.
To your business
Yeah,
days.
Business view.
Business. We're in the business of winning a race right now, so...
I think the first place car is...
What?
Yeah.
He's kind of
What?
way out there.
All right, I must have screwed up badly early on, didn't I? I
Isn't
did
that
something.
the guy that was we passed in the crisscross?
Is that right?
I thought so. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's all right. Second place is nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh.
Well, it does mean I'm not going to get 2 medals, but unless I was to catch up with them. But it's all right. I do love driving this car, though. Do a loop.
Oh, here we go.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I never get tired of driving through loops.
No.
It's just fun. And, you know, more fun in some cars than others. It's fun to take. And knowing that, you know, that would melt your insides in real life.
That's right. Well, once you get up into S1 and S2, you're really taking advantage. The speed just makes these tracks come alive.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's and that's why it's really fun that it was designed this way to kind of work you up from B, you know, all the way to S2 class. So by the time you're navigating a Zonda R around this track, or another similarly powered car, you know the track well, you can handle the speed pretty well, and now you have a car that can really, really, really get through there quickly.
Okay, well, we've got the twin mill. It might be time to do some multiplayer. Let's see if we've got people standing by who are hopefully going to be able to join us.
Okay.
You mind if I take the controller
take over.
and see if I can get this multiplayer session going? Wow,
stretch.
Just stretch out.
Yeah,
Just
let's. I think
You did some work there. You did some work.
It was.
Yeah, I'm going to invite the party to my game.
Good.
We were going to cross our fingers and hope that everybody
Wasn't
gets
as much
in
work
here.
as all the running you had to do to get across
That
this
is true.
giant facility.
It is pretty giant. And what I was doing was following, while Brian configures our next segment here, what I was doing was actually following the cables, because that's what you have to do when you're in a facility of this magnitude. You have to just basically look for the cables in order to get here. And at one point during rehearsal, we only had a little bit of time, and so I was running, and you guys remember me coming in here just completely out of breath, which is probably more to say about
This
my...
is just rehearsal. You don't
It's fine, guys. It's cool. So, yeah, it's this, and just, I mean, to go back to the original point, the sheer number of things being produced, Hot Wheels and other brands
well,
out of
you
here.
saw
is
the
just-
Barbie stuff too.
Did I see the Barbie stuff?
They designed
Did
Barbie
I see
here.
the Barbie stuff,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Yes.
I
you did.
Yes is
refer
yes.
to Exhibit A. Yes, in this place, it's people here are just, I mean, they're just having all kinds
They
of
make
fun.
Barbies and Hot Wheels in this facility.
I mean,
It's amazing.
I gotta imagine it's kind of neck and neck with with you guys, right?
Yep.
With the people that are working on the entire Forza library and. get to
Yeah,
this-
I mean, we got a team. We got teams working, especially when Playground was working on Hot Wheels. They still had a team, finishing up Blizzard Mountain expansion, and then they had another team going immediately to work on designing the Hot Wheels team, and they didn't catch a break until. I mean, they got to go on a vacation after they finish this, which is fantastic for them.
Yeah, that's great.
Which will be great because I think a lot of people would probably take their vacation to play that which
That's right.
they are
It's
using.
exactly. All right, well, we've got a multiplayer session going. We've got some folks from the Forza community
Oh yeah, I
team joining
recognize
me.
a couple of those
Yeah,
guys.
a lot of
Nice
folks
to go through the bush with the twin mill
Yeah,
too.
that's right. That's what it's made for, I think.
That's nice.
All right, so John, let's talk a little bit about multiplayer before we dive in. We've got a few people in our world. You can do the
You can do
the
campaign
shared
co-op.
campaign
Yep,
co-op,
yep.
or we can jump into an online adventure. That part is, I think people will be very familiar with that.
Yeah, that's kind of a curated run through race events and playground style games. There is a new playground arena here where you can play Flag Rush and Virus, and Infected. All right, everybody's
got their
on there,
horns on.
multiplayer horns.
Everyone
Nobody's
wants to show off
driving the
their horn.
Spectre Flame Pink twin mill though. I think we need to do a paint job change. So what do you guys want to play?
I think we want to do an online adventure.
Oh wait, were you all in the same lobby already?
We should be. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
just need
Yeah,
to-
just go find an event.
Yeah, but I think it'll pull everybody
Oh, it's
over.
gonna find you're looking for a session.
Meeting of the minds here.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right.
Is that Johnny Wana in the
Johnny
Porsche
Wana.
that looks like the one he's
We've
got?
got Jube here. We've got.
Those are love taps, right, Brian?
Yeah, no, let's just say, hey, wake up. We're about to go here.
Oh, you need to start an event. You're not reading properly.
I'm not reading properly?
Yeah,
What
it
do I
says
need to
start
do?
an event so the others could play.
Online adventure.
No. Back out.
Back out.
Back out. Just drive up to an event in the world.
But online adventure is guided.
Yeah. Oh, you're still in free roam right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you
Yeah.
want to kick things off while it's still searching.
There's Hela. Let's let
All right.
Ian join, and then that'll be the full group.
All right.
We'll be able to do some multiplayer together.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There you go.
Online adventure.
Boom.
Let's do it. So, online adventure, online free roam.
Yep,
A new
co-op.
playground area.
New playground area.
Yep. We're going to show that off as well.
What else can I tell you about it? Yeah, I mean it's all the things you're familiar with that you enjoy having fun with in the main game on Hot Wheels tracks, which is cool because it's a lot more racing. You got to kind of stay on track,
Pun intended.
Yes, yes. So some of the free roam opportunities that you're used to in the main game are not quite available when you're doing some of these.
Trying to get that.
He just wants to do.
Just warming up the tires.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
It is a burnout machine.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
And great for landscape.
That tree didn't deserve to live, so looked at me sideways. All right. Let's.
Are you looking for an S1 event?
I'm looking for online adventure to start.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh, you got to drive to the event. We're waiting for it. You're just goofing around. You don't have to drive to the event.
Well,
and this is still, this is always part of the during the online adventures. It's that place that time between events, right, where you can all get there however you want. It's a fun time to experiment and just see like a lot. There's a lot of ocean around here, but a lot of it's shallow enough to drive most of the cars through.
Those red lines are really doing a job in the
they are
beach
not
area.
Off-road tires.
Turns out.
okay.
Although you could equip, I think, rally tires, rally race car
on the twin
and
mill?
a rally suspension on the twin mill if you wanted to see.
This car does
well
not
it
like
did.
sand.
No.
Under any circumstances. I may have to wait for the timer to run out because I'm not sure I can get back up that hill in this car.
I only have 10 seconds.
Oh, you just need momentum.
Oh, Yahtzee! And go team!
Go.
Bam!
There we go.
Back on that comfortable track that it was born to race on.
Out of time. Fine. It's going
All
to take
right.
us to the event anyway.
Sweet.
All right.
Ooh,
So
here
we
we
don't know
go.
exactly what events we're going to do.
Nope.
We didn't do a custom adventure. This is we're preparing to get in there and start doing some racing. Could be race events. It could be playground. It could be anything, I think.
All right. Well, you're at the top of the XP championship.
I'm still winning? Nice.
Yeah.
Just what I like.
Must have been from all those burnouts you were doing.
That's right.
The rest
Earning
of them,
XP
the
as I
rest
was
of them
going.
were just driving slowly, just waiting for you to catch up patiently.
I know.
That's all right. I'm
First
a tease.
mistake.
Yeah.
All right, Skytrack
oh my
attack.
God.
What is this?
So this track, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of those tracks that has a jump that is kind of devious.
Okay.
It is a really sloped jump. Like cars will be going nose up. So when you're going off that jump, everyone just pay attention. You may want to tap your brakes a little bit rather than go at full throttle.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, somebody got a fast exit.
And there is a half pipe in this track as well, so you want to be careful about that too.
You can see it in the background there.
It's a little squirrely. You gotta be careful. Remember, you got 1,400 horses. It's about, and it's almost like you're Ben Hur. You've got your your two massive horses in front of you, and you're sitting in a little thing in the back.
Look at this.
Look
Good
out.
grief. That is taking on gravity there.
That's
Helios is in the lead. No, Johnny Wana's in the
Wana's
lead.
in the
Oh, he's
lead.
been practicing,
You
and
know
he's
he
in a
has.
Porsche. That car will do well out here, I'm sure. Is he, or is he? Did he change cars?
I thought he was in a truck of some sort.
Oh, he's in a trophy truck. Okay. Yep.
That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
Big soft suspension.
Yep.
You'll be able to take anything Hot Wheels can throw at it.
Yep. Not too many gears to have to shift. So here, this is okay. Go full throttle. We get up into the half pipe. But I think coming out of this half pipe, we're going to see some people fall off the track.
Is that right?
Yeah. I guarantee it. I just hope it's not you. This is that
I'm
jump.
counting
right?
on it at this
That
point.
jump.
Oh, somebody had a problem.
Somebody missed a checkpoint.
Somebody had a problem.
This you still have to find, if you still want to miss checkpoints.
Okay.
So if you see those bright, day glow green checkpoint flags, your job is to still go through them. I think there's one coming up here.
I'm probably doing this the wrong. I probably need to go on this side of the
All right,
track.
you're good. Stay in the middle, though.
Yeah. Oh, God, right.
Stay on target. And you may want to just tap the brakes right as you go off.
I did.
Oh,
Now, whether that works.
You're good. No, you're good.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
But
Still
also,
in it.
the problem is that Johnny Wana hit it too. So I was hoping from
Oh.
a big fail from him.
Yeah, because... All right, and then what's coming up next? Ring of Fire.
Big Ring of Fire jump.
Oh,
Easy.
brakes. So again, it's not always the goal.
Oh, there goes Robin.
Yeah. So every time you see a jump, I know it's kind of like when you see yellow light in
Yeah.
real life, you just want to hit the gas.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always the best idea. So people will learn which jumps you're supposed to go full throttle and which jumps you want to be ready to just land it. Part of
that's
that,
Juke, isn't it?
part of that is the challenge of designing a course that is fun for slower cars as well as faster cars. So some of the jumps are not quite as big.
Oh, great. So once again, not all of the track has those bumpers.
No,
on
I
either
think
side.
he was airborne.
I was
and
airborne.
Went
yeah.
over the
I was going to
guardrail.
jump over the guardrail.
Better.
That happens.
Even better.
Oh man. Wait, why am I in first place? Oh, no longer. Somebody dropped out. I think somebody dropped. Jeez. Oh, what's going on the underside of that thing?
See, now why don't they give an achievement for that?
And of course,
beautiful
no rewind in multiplayer.
No rewind in multiplayer. Guys, I'm getting schooled live here on beam.pro/Forza Motorsport.
Well, and you're an expert in the game, but you gotta get used to these tracks.
It is very different experience.
Yeah.
Like, guys, this is the first time I've spent some significant time in this, so no excuses, just letting you know that you're seeing this live as I am as well. So
The banks work pretty well.
The banks work great when you do it right.
But when you find some of those turns that are extreme that don't have a bank, yeah, you got to be careful.
Well, you just can't pin the throttle and hope that the track's going to take care of it.
Yeah, you still need to drive. You still need to use
drive.
your brakes, and
Yep.
these are things that real Hot Wheels cars don't necessarily deal with as they're whipping around their tracks. Yeah, it's all about how high the track is and what kind of course you make that determines how fast they're going to go. But here, you still have to use driving acumen.
That's right. That's right. And the other thing is, like we were talking about earlier, you still got to learn these tracks. You got to learn the directions. You got to have that. I suggest
nice
having
drift.
that
awesome drift.
suggested line on.
You got a Hot Wheels drift.
Wow.
That's how
Man,
good
that's
that
too much of a drift. That is too much of a drift.
Yeah, sometimes short shifting on this bad boy is a good idea. Just getting into a taller gear before you would normally, just to keep from spinning out too much.
Spinning the tires and all that.
All right, stay in the middle.
go.
Stay on target.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, that is
Nicely
satisfying.
That is
a
really
well
feels
done
great.
jump. Well done jump.
I'm gonna have to slow down earlier here. Or try to learn some lessons as I play this.
See all the cranes though? They're still building this place.
Still going up.
So
And
slow down,
fire.
slow down, slow down. This one's got a hard right turn.
I'm hoping that that the lip will do its job for me there.
Yep.
And I think I'm still in last place, guys. This is all these tips, all these things I've learned to no avail.
Well,
I'm still dead
yes.
last.
I guess it would have been more helpful if I told you some of those hints before
Well,
you.
you probably were telling me earlier in the show notes, just like whatever, it's easy. All right, there you go.
All right, well, Helios takes the win.
Nice job, Helios. Well done.
Cool.
So we'll be driving to our next event, as you do when you're playing an online adventure.
Taking in some of the iconic Hot Wheels Australian
Some of the scenery.
Yeah.
That's right.
And figuring out how to get there should be fun because sometimes you think the road may go one way and then you take a loop and you're going the other way.
You can't do what you do in Australia, the main island of just pointing your car and going.
Right.
You have to follow the
yeah, in
path
the main
here.
game, you could sort of see the city of Surfers Paradise off in the distance and just sort of aim for it. If you try to aim for Thrill City here, you may find yourself, in the dinosaur jungles or somewhere else. So
Thrill City.
Getting to know.
I love that name.
That's a great name.
It's a Hot Wheels name.
It's a
It
total Hot Wheels
sounds like
name,
a Hot Wheels.
absolutely. All right.
Oh, I see some rain happening again.
Could be.
Oh, now we're gonna have
Inclement
some rain.
weather.
That's not exactly what I need. What is this? Is that how Juve just joined? Okay, so we got our full crew again.
All right, you guys got to go drive to the next event.
Okay, we got a path to go on. We should be good. So we haven't seen the playground area yet, John, but what is it and where is it located?
I think I think it might be in a shipwreck section.
Okay.
I might be wrong about that.
Well,
Look
hopefully
out! Now actually that one overshot. Now you're going the wrong way.
Am I?
Yeah, you missed your right turn. So you got to pay attention. Sometimes those.
That's right. When I get down to the bottom here, I'll turn. And they're following me.
All
Everybody's
right.
following me. Guys, I don't know where I'm going. Turn around.
Yeah, turn around. Follow the line.
There we go.
The driving line does come in handy.
Well, you
gotta
gotta
give
get
him a
some
few
speed
honks.
going here.
I gotta give him a honk.
You do need to have enough speed to get up and over this.
Well, I'm in the
I think,
twin.
yeah, you're all right.
That's
You're all right.
All right, I gotta pay attention to the line.
There's a left turn coming up here.
Is there?
Left turn.
I see it.
Left turn. These blue sections, not the dark blue ones for the stunts, but these light blue ones, those tell you that there's an intersection or a interchange coming up. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's a wavy bit.
Oh, this is nice too, by the way. You've got the glare from the sun and
And the water.
Right.
water.
A bit of sheen. All right, here's your next event. So it's another race, it looks like.
Okay.
You have arrived at your destination.
I made it, guys. I don't know about the other guys, but I made it. that was so easy.
Right. Broke your headlight cover.
Yeah, that happens. All right, now I need to redeem myself here. We've only got 3 events left in our multiplayer extravaganza, so I need to win at least one of them.
And then we'll show people what the hypercars like the 918 Spider
918
behave.
We don't necessarily have to do all of these. We just wanted to give a taste of multiplayer.
Okay.
Maybe show off the 918 after that. And I'd love to show the barn find if we've got time or if it pops up, because I know some people are expecting that. If we don't get to it, guys,
I might not get to it, but we'll see.
You will experience it tomorrow. You'll know exactly what the barn find is.
You can do some really cool things with it.
All right, we'll do one more. We'll do one more of these, and then we will move on to the 918.
All right.
And then we'll do our big trivia giveaway, guys.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
trivia
right.
giveaways.
400
giveaway.
of the 2015 Hot Wheels plus the
Is it
collector's
Redline
set.
collection here?
of
That's
this
right. And
extra
I've got the
25
question right here in front of me.
Oh,
Uh-huh. I got the question right here. I know what the question is, and I know the answer. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately,
He has
that
all
does not
of
work
the
in your
I have
favor.
all the information.
All right.
All right, last multiplayer race.
oh, we've
Oh,
got
everybody's
3
in a
twin
blue
mills.
twin mill. Could you have not picked a different color, kids?
No. Well,
Unbelievable.
I told them we can't do paint jobs. We
So
wanna keep
you
these
could have
stock.
gone either way. So the driving line will only pick one of the anytime the track splits. Sometimes it's not always the fastest. So we'll leave it up to the community to figure out and which car you're in. I guess depends. I guess mathematically one way is always faster than another. So
Okay.
I haven't figured out what they are yet.
Someone will
They're
figure
real
that out.
close.
Interesting.
Well, John has found that trophy truck, and I think he really likes it because.
Whoa, look out, look out. That's oh, you're still on. So this is a split jump. You have to have enough speed to make the jump here or you're going off. So go like 70, 80 miles an hour to get over this. Yes.
Oh!
Just barely.
Oh.
And thankfully we put a bumper there.
Sorry, I'm kicking things over here.
That's okay.
It's immersive here.
I think the Pro 2 truck is was just the right thing for him to take to recover from that one.
Yep.
Well, that was actually kind of scary. Oh,
Survived
man.
it.
Yeah, barely. On 2 accounts, I barely survived that. Hi,
Now
John.
some of these
Give him
sweepers.
the train whistle.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's still a
Nice.
top speed one. Some of those sweepers fake you out. You think, now slow down, slow down, slow down.
I can't see the line.
You didn't see the big giant turn left?
Did I knock John off?
Warning
No, I
station?
didn't. I should knock him off. I should knock him off on purpose. He won't
Yeah.
get mad.
Reefer.
Oh,
he,
God.
I'm
he
right
heard
at the
you.
edge
He
there.
heard you now.
He
He's
knows.
moving
Yeah, he heard me.
left. There you
I'm
go.
not looking
there
at the
you
map.
go. Yep, ride it, ride it.
Clean racing. I wouldn't mind seeing a twin mill knock off the truck, but
Yeah?
see
Slow
what
down, slow down,
happens
slow down. Did it again.
here. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I think we all
See,
did
all
that.
right, note to playground. Make your giant turn warnings even more
That's
gianter.
right. That's what, I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at the car ahead of me.
Well,
And they're
I
all
guess
making
he-
mistakes
I
too.
guess
Later, dude.
There it is.
Oh, you're gonna knock him off?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, here's a. Is this? No, this is not crisscross. Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
You might actually be hitting him anyway. Nope.
Man, when you get into those blue sections, the
turn
twin mill
coming up.
kind of gets lost in the
Yeah,
blue there.
you're absolutely right.
Track camouflage.
Why did you go blank there for a second?
Look out! Look out!
And hit the check.
Did I
Now
miss the
you're going
checkpoint?
through the
You
I
hit
hit
it.
the spiral, what we jokingly call the toilet bowl.
Ooh. Of course,
If
it's
you're
going the
down.
opposite direction
Yes,
because
if
you're
you're going
Australia,
down.
correct?
Oh no!
Oh, no!
Oh man! No, what? It's not going to reset me?
Oh, no, it's not. Look at that.
Oh, you're
I'm
ghosted.
doomed. I am doomed.
You gotta find your way back. Turn around.
Turn around.
Oh no, you're right.
No, I'm
you're right.
good.
You're right.
I'm
You're
good.
right.
I'm
You
trying to
can-
get back on the track.
Yeah, you can get back up there.
There they go. There they go, taking off.
Like a twin mill in the
I guess if
saltwater.
you had another car, it might have been strategic for you to go down there.
Right?
If you had one that did
That's
well
true,
in,
huh?
in the water.
Because I totally missed the spiral there. I just fell to the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's one of the hazards of those stunt swap sections. They come with a little risk. That's kind of an epic track. This has all been a point to point. Not
Is
a,
that right? Oh,
yeah.
we're only 5.
You're almost there.
Guys, I'm in
4%.
last place again.
4% of the way
But
left.
it's so entertaining to watch.
Oh,
you
good.
there,
I'm
Brian.
glad. That's the important thing. Oh man.
So
Okay.
yeah, that was a pretty big track. Now,
Okay, I'm going to turn this back over to you. We're going to jump
right.
out of multiplayer now,
Okay.
and we're going to go look at the 918. Let's
All
do
right.
a trivia. Are we going to do the trivia question now? Or are we going to do the 918 now? Okay, we'll do the trivia.
Let's do trivia.
It's time to do the trivia. John will be loading up the 918, the Porsche 918, which is won the poll
By request.
earlier. By
Spider.
request, we'll be showing off the 918 Spider on Hot Wheels here. But once again, we have this amazing grand prize. If you saw it earlier in the show, you know what to expect. This 2015 series, this massive box of
I don't think we can get a shot
400
of
Hot
this.
Wheels that you guys have a chance to win, plus the Redline lunchbox, the Real Riders complete set 2007 super collector's edition. It's 10 years old in mint condition. For collectors, this will get you on your way. You know, if you want to play with them, great, but if you want to collect them, you got a great start.
Well, and look at me for scale. This is like there's several toddlers in here. That's how that's several toddlers worth of cars. Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, well, let's do the trivia prize. Now, remember, you have to be logged in on beam.pro/Forza Motorsport. Make sure you have an account. Make sure you're in the chat right now, and we are going to ask this trivia question that's on this card right here, and then we will pick a random winner from all the correct answers. Here's the question. As we talked about earlier in the show, we have 4 real-life Hot Wheels cars behind us. We have the Mustang, the 2005 Mustang, the Bone Shaker, the Twin Mill, which you've been watching us drive, and the Rip Rod. Which of the cars that are here on the set was the first real-life car to be created that was based on an original Hot Wheels design? So these 4 cars, one of these was the first real-life car to be created based on a Hot Wheels design. Put your answer in the beam.pro/Forza Motorsport chat. We'll keep that open for a few minutes now. We will pick a winner, and we're going to announce the winner live here on the stream, Kate.
Nice. I'm excited. I have my suspicions, but
it's going to be cool.
I think the one I think it is the one I'm going to be stealing later.
Okay.
Just kidding.
We'll film that as well.
Yeah, you know, for the after party.
All right, so if you think you know the answer, put it in the chat. We've got the 918 Spider here. We're getting towards the end of the show. Let's bring this thing on.
Oh, good.
Look at that.
So this was released in the this was a Forzathon car. This was given away free to everybody.
That's right.
So this did not come in the Porsche car pack last month. New barn find rumor.
We can
How
kill 2 birds with one.
fortuitous is that?
Look at that.
Well,
All right.
Let's take the barn find to find. You know where this is.
I
right?
do know pretty much where it is. Yeah, not exactly.
So let's spoiler warning here.
Okay,
guys,
spoiler warning.
We're gonna go find the barn find. So if you don't want to know where it is, you get the general direction here.
Yes.
You know, close your eyes, go to the restroom, whatever you want to do right now. But we're gonna go look for the barn find right now.
And then you're going to see what it is.
And you're gonna
hear us talk about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
At length.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and set that as a destination, and we should drive there. Because,
let's drive there.
Yeah.
Because we are in one of the world's greatest modern supercars. I love this car, and I'm not just saying that because I own a very old Porsche in real life. Mine is a 61. It has, I think, 60 horsepower. I can't remember what this car has, but it's significantly more than 60.
We will reveal the winner of the grand prize after we find the barn find. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing that in just a few minutes. In the meantime, it's time to go find a barn find car.
Nice. And I, as the weather person on this panel, I can tell you the inclement weather seems to be coming in.
There's a system rolling in, I think.
Even more stuff to look forward to.
This car handles so well, I'm sure, in real life. That's the thing. The cars that are super fast, super responsive in real life, and in the rest of the game are also the cars that you would expect would be the best ones to drive in the Hot Wheels expansion.
Sure.
So, this car grips around the corners really well. It loves the banks. Like, you almost hear no tire slipping when you're going around some of those high bank turns. Got a left turn coming up here, I think.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
There's a dinosaur tail.
We're going into Jurassic Jungle. That's
right.
Yep.
200 yards. Turn sharp.
I love driving this car here.
Turn sharp right.
Sharp right, she says.
Turn sharp
Whoops.
right.
Oh, that you sound just like her.
How do you know?
200 yards. Turn left.
I always say that the indicator in the wheel has been very useful for.
Now the trick here is to, we need to get off the road and go do some jungle exploring. This is not really the right car for jungle exploring, but we can do it anyway. And actually, I could have driven off there and dropped because that was an open section.
Lord,
messing
Lord,
up my
have mercy.
Porsche.
See, that's how you know you're a car lover, when it pains you.
That's like,
to
you
hit
feel it in your heart.
These guys are both clinched right now. It's really fun to watch.
Painful.
Meanwhile, I'm like, put it off the side.
Okay, it's somewhere around here.
All right. I'll.
Can you?
All right. Now that
there's.
Should I do it to this car?
Yeah.
No. Oh God.
This is what happens if you.
It's big.
There's your proof.
If any of you wanted to know what happens when you mash your
That's
brakes
satisfying.
going off a jump, that is what's going to happen. So yes, real physics are at work. So I'm going to fast travel right here to
somewhere in the
low
forest.
road.
Okay.
So again, if you're not sure how to get off the track, that's what that dotted line is for.
Okay.
That's basically on the ground level.
Sweet.
Now this could take me 45 minutes to find. So should we do a hot, cold, hot thing? You're getting hotter, you're getting, or just
I
take
kind
us
of
to
forgot where
Let's
exactly
off-road
it
the
is.
Spider.
I'm pretty sure this is not what a Porsche Spider is for. I feel like I'm
I don't know.
being
You're
sacrilegious. I should be I should be in an off-road car, but I'm taking it easy. I'm not going to go banging off the trees.
I love
Sometimes the drone comes in handy, right? A lot of you
Okay.
guys, a lot of people use the drone camera to help find a barn find really quickly, especially now that you have an unleashed drone.
I was going to say, if you're just joining us, we showed the drone mode earlier, but now you know if you've played the drone mode in the main island of Australia, you know you can only go so high. You have so much more freedom here.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the drone cam footage people are going to be putting up, because you could basically go anywhere.
Finding a
there's
needle in a
dinosaur.
haystack
That's
here.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know it's somewhere not too far from one of these dinosaurs here. So.
Okay, near a dinosaur.
Well,
Is the dinosaur
we have
guarding
3
it?
of them.
Because
If so,
that would be cool.
That's right. Boss battle.
Hold on. I'm actually flying too high too. I want to get lower so I can actually trigger it.
You know what really tickles me is that the fact that there's a barn somewhere on this island.
Yeah. So yes, I mean a barn with a really
great
desirable car in it. Yes. Yeah, you didn't have the treasure map thing, did you?
No,
So,
I didn't do
yeah,
the
so I
treasure
got to do this the
map.
hard way.
We got to
Okay.
do this the old-fashioned way.
All right, I'm doing it the old.
There's another dinosaur.
There's
so-
another. This is the one that would greeted us at the beginning of the game as we were coming around that turn, and he roars.
Oh, hear that.
Oh, listen to that guy.
Hear him
That's a
rumbling.
growl.
Um,
That'll work.
yeah, let's just go through the trees here. We're gonna find. There's it.
There.
There
Oh,
it is. Is that
is
it?
that a barn?
That looks
That
like
is a
it.
barn. So let
Yeah.
me make sure you get close enough down there to activate it. And I know a lot of
Oh,
you.
the drone will activate it?
Yeah.
I
Didn't you know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that's why
learning
people
things.
are
Look at
using.
that. We're all learning
So,
here.
so as soon as I get down close, bing! Now it shows up on the map. Now I can drive
Okay.
right to it.
Ah,
Problem solved.
Beautiful. That is an insider. That is
You
the
didn't know
ultimate- I
that?
didn't know
This
that.
whole time?
I've been playing this game for 9 months. I didn't
That
know
is how you can use the drone to find bonus boards, barn finds, anything else. So wait, I just need to see on the map where it is relative to us. It is there.
There it is. Okay.
And we are
Cool.
here, so I need to turn right and.
So you can't do a destination to that? Well,
Uh,
it's pretty close.
Oh, I could sort of
I guess
fast
you
travel right
could,
to it, but
right.
we're just going to drive right to it here.
Yeah, really let
Through
this,
the Jurassic jungle.
let the spider be unleashed here.
That's right.
It's totally not the car to be driving through a jungle. I just
This
feel
is
kind
so
of
It's really
dirty.
funny to watch you get very.
Oh, here you go. Well,
quite honestly
earlier we were
upset
talking
about
about guys with hard hats built this.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those bolts and that concrete pier. I
Right.
mean, it's real. It's as real as it can be. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Big stump.
Well, that's a fine how do you do to the guy who owns the barn.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Spoiler alert. Turn away. Close your ears.
Turn away.
What
This is
will
suspenseful.
Warren tell us about this car?
You reckon we could get Hot Wheels to make us little barns to keep our classic car models
Look
in?
at that.
Okay.
Look at that. That's old. That's ancient. It's a Ford Deluxe, the coupe, I think, 1930 something. And to think, now we drive through the sky on roads made of orange plastic. How far we've come.
Making
All
some
right.
jokes.
There you
Making some
go.
jokes. But yes, that
Warren
is
known
the
for his humor.
1932
I'll get him back to the auto show for
Ford
a spit and polish.
Deluxe
Should come up from
5-window coupe. For those of you who remember a classic movie called American Graffiti,
Yes.
John Milner drove around in a bright yellow 32 Ford coupe with a chopped roof. And if you were paying attention in that cinematic, you saw some yellow tape on the frame of the cockpit. That is where you're going to be able to chop the roof of your car too. So we will have, for the first time in Forza history, a car that you can modify by installing a chopped roof option, which is really exciting. And
Good
it
for
has us
cruising.
immediately thinking of all the other awesome cars that we want to chop.
That's
the
right.
roofs of.
There's so many possibilities there.
Manufacturer permitting.
All right, well, we're not going to see the Ford Deluxe in its final form yet. We'll leave that to you guys when you actually play the game. It's now time to reveal the winner of our grand prize for the Hot Wheels stream.
Oh, man.
If you want to put that graphic on stream, we will say hearty congratulations to our winner. Congratulations to The Diffusion. The Diffusion is our winner.
The Diffusion.
Yeah, that is awesome. So you, sir, will, or ma'am, I'm not exactly sure, will be getting a incredible Hot Wheels prize pack sent to you, as well as a code for the expansion itself. So fantastic. I hope you enjoy that. And I really hope you all enjoyed this first look at the Hot Wheels expansion for Forza Horizon 3. We so want to thank Hot Wheels for having us. We had a fantastic time here. They're great people here. Love this. And loved having you guys here joining us as well. For Kate Yeager and John Knowles, my name is Brian Eckberg, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks
guys.
for being here.
Pew!